boy, oh boy. So so we're gonna watch. Somebody posted Corey Feldman's The Artist, which is a documentary that is approved by Corey. So we're gonna EFAP the shit out of that. It's like 50 minutes. I got a couple of videos kind of light because of the holidays, so we're going to get into a few little things, but for the most part, we're just going to bullshit and make fun of Corey, so hang on.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooter's gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I fall, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah.
All right. We are back and ready to go after the holidays. How was your holiday, Julio?
It was amazing. I had a great Christmas Eve. I learned from the biggest present was my daughter. Oldest daughter announced that she was pregnant. So I'm going to have my first grandchild in 2026.
Nice.
Congrats. Can't wait.
Spoil the shit out of it.
Oh, that's happening.
It's definitely happening.
I've already set up New Year's resolutions to lose weight because if I'm going to be chasing around a little kid, I got to be in shape.
Yeah, you got to. They've got an insane amount of energy.
The other reason, Derek, is I spent Christmas Eve, which is when we opened presents, with my family, like real family. So it was me, two of the kids virtual, and then my ex, their mother, and we all hung out and had dinner and opened presents and stuff. My ex looks great. And I went home, I'm like, I can't have this. I can't look like a slob in front of her. That's another... not that, they're getting back together or anything. But
I was going to say, that door's not squeaking open a little bit, is it?
No. But I was like, not embarrassed. But I'm like, Jesus, what happened to me? I used to be thin and handsome. She's walking around. She hasn't changed in 20 years. And I'm like, fuck hell. So something's got to happen. List for starting on the 1st.
Nice. What are you going to do? Just start going to the gym?
40 pounds or bust. Oh, yeah, I'll start going back to the gym. I've got one here in the neighborhood and stuff.
Okay.
And then we're coming up on the end of the year. Derek, do you have anything planned for New Year's Eve?
I don't. I'm old now.
Me neither.
Like I used to, it was a big deal like every weekend, and now it's nothing. It's just like, meh.
Yeah. Plus all the crazies are out there on New Year's Eve, and it's just better to stay inside.
Well, it's not about the crazies, but it's just like when I'm into, most people could give a shit about.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I keep running into like, oh, did you see that movie? I don't watch TV.
That sounds like me. It sounds like your co-host, Eric. When you go, have you seen this, Julio? I'm like, no.
You've seen enough to be able to be dangerous.
I'm in.
When you're talking to somebody that you might as well be talking to a fucking rock.
I got you. Yeah, I haven't seen all these movies, but I know of them and know enough about them to make shit up, which is what our show's about. Bullshit.
Yeah. Bullshitting, and more bullshitting.
I'm with you. I'll be spending New Year's Eve at home alone, probably playing Yakuza 5. That's my plan, and I'm happy about it.
You're happy about it? Live stream? Question mark?
I don't know. Kesha will do ring. Well, it is New Year's Eve, so I may be tipping back a couple of drinks, but I'm down if you want to. Like, if you want to hang out and
tomorrow. I mean, I don't work Thursday, but I got to work tomorrow till 6. So, yeah. Well, I'll reach out to you if I feel like it. Otherwise, we'll do our Sunday. Is the Sunday still good?
I'll talk to you about that off air.
No, Sunday's not good.
Want to move? No, not this Sunday, because I'm going to be in Walkersville, Maryland.
Okay.
My daughter and her husband are Steelers fans, so they invited me to come up and watch the game.
Steelers? What?
Well,
you're abandoning your team?
My son-in-law, his family's from Pittsburgh, and my daughter, she doesn't care about football, so she did what a lot of girls do. They just root for their husband's team, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. He's a good guy.
The Steelers.
I know. Well, they're going to get their ass kicked anyway, but I'll go up there and offer them support. But we'll work out. Well, we'll talk after the stream. We'll figure out.
So I've got a few things. It was some slim pickings in the internet sphere, just because the holiday, nobody's doing anything.
No.
So it's like there's not much going on. But I grabbed a couple things that we can talk about, right. And then we're going to EFAP The Artist by Corey Feldman. Now it's his approved documentary. It's by Corey Feldman. Mm-hmm. It's not the new one that came out that he's trying to fight and do it and try to say that he didn't give permission to use his likeness on all this other stuff. This is Corey Feldman approved. So we're gonna get some yucks out of it.
I can't wait.
And so we're gonna do a musician of the week right now.
Awesome.
All right, so what we're doing is doing a little bit of this, a little bit of this. All right. So, of course, my friend Julio knows who this person is.
Love Ringo.
A Beatle. We've watched multiple things, and of course, the Beatles are very, like anything that you play Beatles related, they're striking it. So chances are pretty good that they're striking this, even though it's not their shit.
Well, is there going to be? Well, we'll see.
It's kind of retarded.
I
But
agree.
I saw this and it was like, oh, this is a good conversation piece. And he's just kind of talking in general, being an artist, but he's also talking about the Beatles and why that, his opinion of why they split.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got Paul's opinion. So now we're getting Ringo's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there were all those stories at the time. There's stories about almost everything.
Yeah, that's the
About
thing.
how you didn't get along. You had
No,
didn't
no,
like one another.
we didn't get along. We were four guys. We had rows. It never got in the way of the music, no matter how bad the row was. Once the counting, we all gave our best. And that was a little later, too, which I think is a natural thing. Suddenly we've got lives and I've got children and, the effort that we put in, because we worked really hard, was starting to pale a little, And, we always thank Paul to this day. Because of Paul, who was the workaholic of our band, we made a lot more records than John and I would have made, say. We'd like to sit around a little more. And then Paul would call, all right, lads. And we'd go in. Yeah.
You've been in the wind for a long time, my friend.
Better than having wind.
Well, I can
Chuckle,
agree with
chuckle,
yeah.
Ringo.
Yeah, I have. From 1960, when I left the factory, this is what I've done. I've played, I've toured, made a few good records.
you. Made a few good
Yeah,
records. You know, and I know many people, particularly people who are at the top or who have been at the top, who lose their moorings.
They do.
They lose the authenticities. They don't know where
Yeah.
they come up to. You haven't.
Honestly, the only Ringo song that I like is My Friends.
Get by with a little help from my. You don't like Yellow Submarine, anything like that?
Not really.
Cute little song. He wasn't. I mean, they wrote songs. John and Paul wrote all the good stuff, basically.
Yeah.
He didn't write Get By. That was John wrote that. But usually on an album and their later, actually all their albums, I think they always wrote a song or two for him to sing.
Okay.
So I think the only song, well, he wrote two songs, but the one that you would know that he wrote for the Beatles, have you ever heard of Octopus's Garden?
I might have heard it, but I don't know the
Right.
name.
But he was just, he's just a drummer, really. He's just like, how about you shut up back there and hit the drums while we're busy making all the money. So, which is why, to his point, and he's right from because I've read a lot about the Beatles, is that Paul was the workhorse. He's like, all right, you lazy drunks and druggies, we got to write some music, jackasses, come on. And people didn't, like John resented it. But
Okay.
I was happy that Paul was like that, because we wouldn't have gotten stuff like Sgt. Pepper, Abbey Road. Probably wouldn't have happened without him.
And you kind of need somebody like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that before. It's like when you make a movie, somebody's got to be in fucking charge, right?
Mhm.
You can't have a committee running shit.
Because everybody's going to be staring, looking around.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to be doing right now? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
John's wheeling in Yoko in a bed, caterwauling in the corner, ruining everything. Somebody's got to put their foot down.
Goddamn Yoko.
Can't stand her.
Done that.
Well, thanks. I hope not. I think it's all part of where we came from as well. But I always give credit that there was, we're talking about the Beatles now, 4 of us. I mean, I was in Rory Storm and the Hurricanes, but there were 4 of us.
Nobody cares.
All from the same city.
It was a nervous
And
laugh.
we would look at each other,
Did you hear about the band he was in?
I know about it, but that's because I'm a Beatle nut. But no, I've never heard a song of theirs. I have no idea. He did have his childhood, though, Derek. He was a very, very sick child, to the point where they weren't sure if he was going to make it out of his teenage years.
Oh, really? Like what was going on? Do you remember?
Oh gosh, like it was men and
You can look it up real quick if you want.
yeah, I can't remember what exactly. Well, I just remember hearing that Ringo was a very sickly child. Meningitis or something? I don't know.
Okay.
Serious health issues. He was in a coma
Oh, wow. It's a teenager?
and had a lengthy hospital stage. At 13, he got tuberculosis.
Damn.
He had to spend 2 years in a sanatorium. So he had a rough young life, this guy.
How did he learn to play the drums going through frickin' all that?
That's good. That I don't know. I should look that up. I don't know where he started playing drums, but even at the age of 15, you've generally picked an instrument. And this poor guy's has, tuberculosis and in comas and in inpatient stays for years. So he had a rough time of it as a young guy.
That's pretty crazy.
So good for Ringo.
Yeah.
Made a name for himself.
Yeah, he did a few things.
He married, was it Catherine Bach, I think was his wife, who's a super hottie.
Okay.
And he had a big drinking problem. He had to, like, a legit alcoholic. And so he's been clean and sober for...
Catherine Bach, was that Bach Turner Overdrive? Was she part of that group?
No, she was the sister of... Do you remember Daisy Duke?
Yeah.
Okay, it's her sister. And they look exactly alike. So good for Ringo. But he's been clean and sober for decades because he had to...
Her name's Catherine Bach, the Daisy Duke.
Okay, so it's Barbara Bach is who he's married to. It was one of the Bachs.
Okay.
So he's had an interesting life, but he's like 80 years old. And he looks great, like thin.
He does look pretty good for 80 years old.
Hell yeah!
I think he looks better than Paul does.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
One of us would be freaking out or being a big shot. 3 other people would go, "Excuse me," and that kept us. And it's interesting because the time we met Elvis, I really thought, how sad he's on his own. And he had all those people around, but he was on his own. I had 3 great mates. I'm well enough a bit here.
But you mentioned earlier you had a God-given gift.
Yeah, time.
How much of it is a God-given gift, and how much of it is all those hours you spent practicing?
I didn't. I hate practicing. I hate sitting there. I tried it when I first got the kit upstairs in the back room, all those movies that were made. And it was the most boring thing ever. I did all my learning with other musicians, other bands. I was lucky because there were a lot of us around, and we weren't all great players. We were all learning, so I learned everything with everyone else at that time.
This is in Liverpool?
In Liverpool, yeah. But I was lucky in the factory. The guy who lived next door to me in the street worked in the factory, and he was Eddie Miles, a great guitarist. He's just one of those guys, picked it up, can play anything, And my best friend, Roy, made a tea-chest bass, and I had a snare drum and brushes, and we used to play to the men at lunchtime in the basement. Huh. And that's how I started.
Oh, there you go, Derek.
And now I'm talking to you.
You mentioned taking risks.
Yeah.
That we take risks in life. There's no good looking back and saying, might have, could have, should have taken this road or that road. But you took a big risk. You were playing with the Hurricanes.
I was.
And you got a chance to go with this Beatles group.
Yeah, I know.
But the Hurricanes were bigger at the moment.
They were, but I loved, from Germany where we met, really. We were playing Rory and the Hurricanes, and the Beatles were playing different clubs than the guy Koshmi, who owned both of them, put us on the same club. And I loved John, Paul, and George. I just loved that front line. And, we would do at the weekend 12 hours between us. And I'd be there for the last gig, just sitting there watching the front line, requesting songs.
Do you know what he liked, Derek, in my opinion, about the front line? That girls were screaming. And he's like, I want to be a part of that. I'm good with that.
I mean, yeah.
I don't blame him.
The only question I have is Julio's mom. Does he remember having something wicked by his head during a certain...
Dan Rather is not asking the pertinent questions here.
I don't think he is.
He probably
Do you
doesn't
remember when that cube went right by your head?
I wish you would have hit him. That would have been great.
See him react, and they'd be like, "Oh."
Yeah, so then they asked, and I had no hesitation, really, but people did say, "Are you going to leave Rory?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to leave." You just make her step up.
I'm interested to know why that was. You liked the group.
I did. I loved
liked the music.
Yeah, they were great players. They were Rory was a showman, and we were players, and we had a guitarist called Johnny Guitar who was great, but that was about it, really.
It's a good name.
But
Johnny Guitar.
We were big in Liverpool, and I just loved them. So, the thing Brian called it was a Wednesday. He said, "Would you join the band?" I said, "Sure." I said, "When?" He said, "Oh, tonight." I said, "No, I have to I can come Saturday because they've got to get another drummer because we're all playing the same songs.
Well, let's go back for a minute. Even before the Hurricanes, you heard Lightnin' Hopkins, you heard
Ernest
Tubb, you heard
Hank Williams,
all of those. Did you hear other drummers? For example, Gene Krupa was a big drummer.
I went to see, I think it was the Glenn Miller story. Gene Krupa was actually in it. Yeah. But people always ask me, oh, what about those drummers and those records? I never listened to the drummer. I listened to the whole thing. There was an Al Green track called I'm a Ram, and the guy hit the hi-hat, boom, 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 psst. It's like magic to me. And I remember I remember those moments. We're sitting with Klaus Bormann in this apartment we have in London, and so that did. But Al Jackson, yes, I know the names, and they played on great records. But it wasn't like I was listening for the drums.
Well, looking back over your career, you've had it all. You've had a great solo career, still touring with your own band, in which you put the band forward. I was there last night when you performed, and frankly, a little surprising, but very impressive. You don't put yourself forward. You put the band forward, the whole band.
I love to be in a band. I'm a band guy.
You're a band guy. Now, and a drummer. Now help me, remember, I'm not a musician. But do you think of yourself as a sideman, or is the drummer in a special category? You have the star, the centerpiece.
Well, because of the Beatles and that, I am the guy. It's Ringo and the All-Stars.
Right.
But I play with all these other guys. They play for me. And it sort of worked out since 1980. Now it'll be 30 years I've been doing this part of my life.
Still doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Next year.
We had a musician a week a couple weeks ago with him doing it live.
Which came about, how crazy, some guy, promoter, Pepsi had got to him and say, we'd like Ringo to do a tour, that we'll support him. Who got to my lawyer, who called me out of the blue. And I thought, yeah, okay. And I phoned, it was quite a big band because I just opened in those days the phone book and called all these Dr. John, Joe Walsh, Billy Preston, Clarence. I thought that'd be good. I had big Clarence to bump up against. And Nils and Levon. I was so insecure, though I'd said yes. There were 3 drummers. I was in the middle. Jim Keltler, my hero from LA drummer, was on this side, and Levon Helm was on this side. And we were just all boogieing away. It's very good.
Boogie.
But you said you were insecure, but...
I never put a band together.
Is that a technical term? Boogieing?
I don't know that anybody uses it anymore, but it's
it's Ringo Starr. He can do what the fuck he wants.
Well, to his point, like he was surrounded. Look, listen, he was saying he never practiced. He was born with perfect time. That was what he did. He didn't do drum. He's not like the guy from Rush doing drum fills and stuff. He just kept time, which, having been in a band with a drummer who could not keep time, that's all you want. You're just like, our drummer would speed and slow down tempo so much. He would start slowing down in the middle of songs. Me and the other guitar player would turn around and start jumping up and down in front of him. Like, come on, pick it up. It was frustrating. If your band has a shitty drummer, your band sucks. And Ringo did his job. Nothing fancy, but he kept the beat on time.
Yeah.
And you're born with that.
Okay. It's not something you learned.
I don't think so. I think it's like singing. Like Freddie Mercury was born with that voice. Now you can practice and hone it.
Yeah.
But you either have it or you don't.
Makes sense.
Together, I've always been in bands, joined bands. The only time I put a band together was like make life easy, 58, and I was trying to put this band together and heard about this trumpet player. And I said, man, come down, we'll have a rehearsal. And the trumpet player did play trumpet, but the only thing he could play was When the Saints Go Marching In.
That's
So,
funny.
that band fell apart really quick.
So Ringo got his position in the Beatles because the Beatles had another drummer before him named Pete Best.
Okay.
And Pete Best and the Beatles traveled Germany, played at the clubs. He was like the most popular one because he was the most handsome one. All the girls loved him. They got a recording contract. So George Martin, who was their producer, a name you might have heard of, he brought them into the studio, said, all right, we're going to record a single. And after they recorded, he went to John and Paul and went, your drummer's got to go. He kind of sucks. So John and Paul at the time had to make a decision to jettison their buddy or not have a recording contract, and they fired him and went right after Ringo.
Have you heard anything with Pete Best in it with the Beatles?
Yeah, some old like tapes from when they used to play in. I mean, he was fine for a live drummer, but I would trust the ear of George Martin, who's one of the best. If he says somebody's not good enough, I'll trust it. To my ear, he sounded fine. But as you know, to the point where their first single was a song called "Love Me Do." Derek, have you heard that song?
Oh yeah, love me do.
That was their first single in England.
I love you.
And they came in with Pete Best and recorded it. And George Martin erased his drum track and brought in a buddy of his to play drums on it. So when you hear that song on the radio, it's actually a guy named Alan White playing drums.
So it's not even Ringo that's playing the drums in that one.
Ringo wasn't in the band quite yet.
Oh wow. Love me do.
Yep.
Oh, it's such a great song.
That's awesome. Yep. George Martin said, your drummer stinks. You got to get a new one. And they did. And it was Ringo.
Yeah, your drummer stinks.
Yep. So good for Ringo.
Yeah, so we got a little Ringo for our musician of the week. All right. So this person right here is Ashley Judd.
No.
Now, Ashley Judd back in the day was very attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And she came across as the sane Judd because you had the Judds, a country music duet with Winona and her mom. Her mom basically offed herself.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And Winona, I always thought Winona was sort of like, okay, where's this lady coming from? But she was like the sane one as far as I'm concerned.
No, it's funny how that works out. I didn't know that the mother, that's terrible. Jeez.
Yeah. So this is Ashley Judd now, and we're gonna watch this video and react to it.
I already see the mask.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I am a member of the Heating Court Club. This is a Minneapolis St. Paul Airport edition, and I left my suitcase on my flight here, and I don't care because I just walked back and got it, and it really just gave people an opportunity to be nice. And you know what my angle is, like you can tell everything you know about a person by how they handle lost luggage. I'm really hot because I have a postmenopausal body, and this is super cute, but it's really hot. But I don't care that I don't have a coat to go to be with my Lakota friends because I have a postmenopausal body and I don't want, and so I don't care that I don't have a coat. And I don't care that I ate my salad in a jar from a vending machine with my hands. Because my nana said when I was 17 it was okay to eat salad with my hands. And who needs to use plastic? Anyway, not I, said the fly. And, oh yeah, we would watch the news. And I don't care that none of the rest of y'all will know that that was back in the day when we had, count them, 3 television stations plus PBS. ABC, NBC, CBS, and PBS. That's when I started eating with my hands, and I don't care.
What do you think?
When you told me before the show that you said we're going to do a thing about Ashley Judd, and I said, "Oh, she's hot," and you said, "Well, this is a new." She's nuts. Like I like slightly crazy women. That's like kind of my thing. Like I can fix her kind of thing, which never works. But she's like legit. She should go drinking with Tara Reid. That's what I like to see, hanging out together.
This is what she used to look like. Nice looking lady.
Oh yeah.
And she came across as the nice one. The one that was like together. Not wholesome, but kind of wholesome. Because she picked movies that were very maybe family friendly, or she didn't really show too much skin or whatever. You know what I mean?
Star Trek episode, I remember. She looked very nice.
And what the hell happened?
Well, apparently she's postmenopausal.
Does that make you crazy? Is that a thing that makes you crazy?
No, hormonal changes can, but she was going off about like, well, and I had salad in a jar, and I'm going to go visit the Lakota tribe. And she's quoting Maya Angelou of all fucking people. Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so she was in Double Jeopardy. She was in Heat, Time to Kill, Kiss the Girl, High Crimes. She was in with Morgan Freeman a few times. Someone Like You, Where the Heart Is, Simon Birchwood. Such a cute movie. She played a mom that died.
She got naked in a couple of those movies too, which was good. Wasn't a letdown.
Yeah. And then there's some B-list movies or whatever, but she had a nice career, I would think. You know what I mean?
So
she
having
was in Natural Born Killers.
Oh yeah, she was like a thing for a while.
Yeah.
She was in a lot of stuff. All right, so Derek, who are you taking out on a date? Here's your choices: Ashley Judd or Tara Reid.
Now,
right now,
then?
Tonight, we're waiting outside.
Oh boy, ugh. I have to. Like, I'm dying if I don't take one of them out.
Yes.
I would take Ashley Judd because she's upright. She's not like.
All right. Well, that works out because I take Tara Reid, so we can do a double date.
Well, of course she's blonde, so you're all about the blondes.
Yeah. Boy, she didn't sound so good. Ashley Judd.
I mean, look at that right there. What happened? Now, I understand that people get older, but it does not look like the same person. That's the thing.
I'm not even bagging on her looks. Because I don't look the same I did 20 years ago either.
And then just random, like, what is she talking about? Like, what?
That was what got me. I'm like, wait, why are you even filming this? Like, is this something you really want out there? Why would you do this?
I don't get it, dude. The train has left the station.
Maybe, yeah.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I am a member of the Eating Club.
I mean, what does that mean? I don't care club?
I don't know.
You don't care club?
Is that what the kids are saying nowadays?
I have no idea. I'm completely lost. Where I know she was hot 20 years ago. Now she's gray.
Do you remember who Maya Angelou is? Do you know that?
I've heard the name. I honestly don't give a shit.
When Obama, well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you. When Obama was inaugurated, he had Maya Angelou, who was a black poet, come out and speak poetry. And everybody's like, oh, it's so deep. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, this is like 8th grade poetry.
Of course it is.
Everybody, yes. So that's
you got to prop that shit up.
She's a DEI poet, basically.
Maya Angelou, she's so deep.
Is that a wedding ring on her finger?
I guess. I don't know.
Oh boy.
She was born in Granada Hills, which I've been there. It's a suburb, basically.
Where's that? Michigan, Detroit?
LA.
LA? Okay.
In the valley.
I thought they were country people. Wouldn't Winona and the mom, Naomi, weren't they a country act?
Yeah, the Judds. Mommy, she's baking. Yeah. The Judds were good back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it went off the rails. I'm trying to see if she's still married.
I've never even heard of salad in a jar. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
No, I have not.
Maybe you have to be a member of the We Don't Care Club to get salad in a jar.
Or just plain cray
or crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, another one bites the dust.
Yeah. That is true.
Oh, that's Danny Elfman.
Okay, so yes, this is Danny Elfman, and he is a famous musician that does scores for movies.
Mm-hmm.
And he is talking about Batman Batman Returns, because he did the score for Batman Returns among other movies, but this is kind of what he was talking about. And so I thought it was kind of interesting, so we brought it up.
All right.
That was only my 10th movie, and the other 9 were all comedies. So I was considered the quirky comedy guy. When I did after I did Pee-wee's Big Adventure, it's almost like every quirky comedy made in Hollywood came to me. And it's funny because here I was like this horror kid, and I was the comedy composer. And understandably, when Batman came along, the studio was like, whoa, 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 whoa. No. We need a real composer here, not a comedy guy. And so it was hard because nobody wanted me on the film except for Tim. And Tim was not powerful yet. You know, he'd only made Pee-wee and Beetlejuice up to that point. And so he was certainly known. Beetlejuice did well and Pee-wee did well.
And for people that don't know, he's talking about the only Tim that matters, man.
They're like joined at the hip.
But
Tim Burton and
he
this
didn't
guy.
have like
Tim Burton definitely joined at the hip.
The power that he was able to get over the next decade, where he could actually say, no, this is what I want. And the studio would go, okay, cool. At that point, it was still like, no, you're still a kid and we're still the adults. And we're saying, this is what you need.
And he's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
But a genius at the same time.
Musician. He was in, what was the band he was in originally? Oingo Boingo.
Yep, Oingo Boingo. Yep. And he was married to Brigitte Fonda.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
back in the day, she was so freaking hot.
I'm gonna say that's kind of out kicking his coverage. So good for him.
Brigitte Fonda. Yep. Okay, so just let me share this real quick. Nightmare Before Christmas, Edward Scissorhands, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the new one, Batman, Beetlejuice, Batman Returns, The Grinch, Scrooge, Spider-Man 2002, Forbidden Zone. Yeah, this guy's had a career. Spider-Man 2, Family Guy, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He did Beetlejuice. He did Beetlejuice, the original Beetlejuice, and then he did Beetlejuice. One of my personal favorites, Back to School. He did the score for that. Mm-hmm. Good Will Hunting. Like, the guy is a freaking legend.
It's funny. I wonder how he got from being an Oingo Boingo to being this.
I don't know. Maybe he'll talk about it. I don't know. I just wanted to pull this up to kind of give everybody the context of, like, this guy's a big deal. Goofy, but big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And so, thank God, Tim kind of held in there for me. But it was very tough because I really had to convince people that were highly skeptical. And I'll never forget the moment after, like, oh my God, ages and ages, and having to kind of walk away from the film for a short period of time and come back, when the producer, John Peters, came into my studio with Tim. And Tim, and I'm trying to make a presentation of the music for the first time, but I didn't know how to do that really well. And finally, Tim says, play the march. The march being the titles. It's what he called it. And I said, oh, yeah, right. And I put that on. And John Peters is listening, and he's listening. And all of a sudden, he leaps out of his chair and starts conducting. And Tim just gives me this kind of like, we're home. It was like, yes. From that moment on, he became supportive. He became a fan. And, it turned things around. But it was just real hard getting to that point.
Yeah, but that score and even the march you mentioned, that became so iconic where it's now, for example, like it's in the Lego Batman games, which I'm sure you know. Even the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, the composer of that film, he obviously paid tribute to yours. You can tell there's similar vibes in there, even with the gothic tones. It really did shape everything, And I wish we got a third Batman movie with you and Tim Burton, because that would have been iconic, man. Like, I heard that Robin Williams was gonna be the Riddler. Why didn't that happen at that time? I was reading that they thought the studios were thinking it was too, like, Batman Returns was more like, it was too scary for kids, and then they had to, like, stop it, and they went to a different type of vibe. I don't know why.
It was really ridiculous. When Batman Returns was coming out, the Censor Bureau they refused to give it a general rating. They said it was too scary for kids. And there's nothing in that movie that's intense. You know, people are shot, they fall down. It's no different than an old Western. You know what I mean? There was no blood splatter. There was no heads exploding, you know, none of that. And when they tried to say, but what specifically do you want us to cut? As I recall, their answer was, it's not specific. It's the general tone. You can't change that. And there was this huge battle over it, which was absolute bullshit. And, but that's just the era. You know, when Nightmare Before Christmas came out, nobody understood it. And it was decided before it came out, this movie's not for kids. And it's so funny how that stuff works out over time. But like literally, I did a press junket in Orlando, Florida. And a junket means you're going to do like 100 short interviews, all like 3 minutes long. And every single journalist said, so the movie's too scary for kids, right? And I said, no. And I would say, are your kids scared of Halloween? And they'd say, no, they love Halloween. They said, then this movie's not too scary. And they'd say stuff like, but I hear Santa gets tortured. I go, Santa Claus does not get tortured. He gets inconvenienced. He's not even upset by it by the end. And it's really weird how things kind of like are perceived a certain way, and it takes time. So now in hindsight, you look at Batman Returns and you go, what would possibly be upsetting them so much? And Batman and Batman Returns, they just thought was just simply too dark a sensibility for a young audience. And of course, that would all change very rapidly.
Yeah, pretty cool interview.
There's definitely an overlap between
Boingo to
the influences.
film scores.
Yeah.
That happens on occasion. There's another guy. Have you ever? Well, you might not have heard of him. His name's Trevor Rabin. He's the guy that wrote "Owner of a Lonely Heart" for Yes.
Oh,
and he
and
he wrote a lot of all their '80s hits. Well, he's another guy that came from a band, and he did the film score for Glimmerman, Con Air, Armageddon, Gone in 60 Seconds, Remember the Titans. Like, he's a huge Hollywood film score guy that nobody would know. The guy wrote "Owner of a Lonely Heart."
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so this next one, I only know a little bit about it. Is this Anthony Joseph? He's the one that went and fought Paul, a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now all of a sudden he got into a fatal car crash and 2 people are dead.
Yep.
And they're pulling him out and he's acting like he got hit by a bus.
Yeah, that's Anthony Joshua. I think he's a British ex-boxing champion, and looks like he got hit harder in that accident than Jake Paul hit him at all in the entire fight. But he broke Jake Paul's jaw in the fight.
In 2 places.
Yep. That's a shame. 2 people passed away. That's awful.
So AJ crash agony. I'm in pain all over my body, says Anthony Joseph, as he anguishes over boxing future after losing 2 pals in a horror crash. Insiders consider by AJ's mental scars, but to return the ring unclear with his 2 pals who are always in his corner. Man, look at that freaking.
Well, he's lucky he got out of that.
Yeah, shit. I'll play it. Oh, is it going to be just music?
Probably.
Yeah, it's just music. I thought it might have been like a story or something. A former world heavyweight champion had a mysterious escape from Monday death crash in Nigeria, but it claimed the lives of 2 close aides. My question is as soon as I saw that, what were they doing?
Yeah,
were they monkeying around like the guy from the video game?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything further other than it was in Nigeria and 2 of his buddies got killed. Other than that, I haven't seen.
He was taken out of the wreckage from a Lexus 4x4, but tests revealed no fractures. The star will remain in hospital with medics keeping an eye on him and carrying out further tests over the next few days. Joshua's promoter Matchroom decided the details of Venture's injury last night were considered. Anthony is stable condition and will remain in the for observation. But yeah, they never went into like what were they freaking racing? Were they acting like a bunch of jackasses?
I don't know. All I know is it had something to do with, like it says, reading. Let's see. Okay, they're building a mosque in his friend's honor in Nigeria. They raised like $200,000, but I still can't find like. I guess he was there because his friend was there, but like, yeah, like you said, what were they run into? Did they run into somebody else?
Yeah, they were very inconspicuous as far as like what happened.
Yeah.
So I want to definitely keep an eye on to see if there's video that comes out. Who knows? I mean, it's Nigeria, so it's like that. It's not like America where everybody's got their phone.
Right. Well, somebody had their phone out to record him getting out of the car, so maybe somebody.
That's true. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe.
But yeah, these are the two guys. Pretty crazy. Him inside the car.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, pretty crazy. I definitely want to figure out more details of what actually happened. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. I'd seen it and I'm like, well, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'll grab it and we'll just kind of talk about it a little bit, So
Yep. Wish I knew more. I actually looked into it yesterday when I saw the story and I couldn't find anything about this, what surrounded the accident. It was just he was in a crash. Two of his friends died.
Yeah.
And now
they're very vague about it, for sure.
Now there's a fundraiser to raise money to build a mosque in the name of one of the friends that passed away.
Okay, so this next one is just a fun video. I'd seen it, and it's sort of like the lost art of it's like the lost art of going to a movie theater and the whole experience and going there and getting some popcorn and watching the movie and just the whole experience is pretty much gone by the wayside because it's way too expensive to go. You can get the stuff on streaming 2 weeks later after it comes out. So I'd seen this and I was like, this is fun. So that's why I just kind of grabbed it.
Very cool. Yeah.
Makes me want some popcorn.
Hell yeah, it does.
That's awesome. Wow. Thank you.
So man enjoys his work.
This is a long-standing popular internet meme. This video.
Is it really?
Oh yeah. Yep. I've seen
Like,
it posted all over the place.
Okay. I'd seen it and I was like, the old days. The old days when we actually gave a shit.
I might just go to the movie theater and just get popcorn and leave. Like, I don't want to see a movie. I just want some popcorn.
Okay, so a few weeks back, we had let me unminimize this. We'd watched a video that had John Omos in it, and he was talking about why he had left Good Times.
Right.
Because I'd never heard a why he did. It's just all I heard was he was upset, and that was it. So I was cool getting to his take on it. You know what I mean? This one is the actress that played Esther in Good Times is talking about being on Good Times. So it's sort of like somebody else's perspective. So that's why I kind of just grabbed it.
Esther.
Actress Bernadette Stantes. No, she played Thelma. What did I get Esther from? Revealed Esther role, got mad, and wanted to leave other writers, making her character marry an atheist. So Esther was the lady that lived across the street or across the thing, right?
I thought Esther was from Sanford and Son. On Esther. Esther Roll was the actress who played Florida, the wife.
Okay, yeah, the lady that took on Penny, and she lived across the hall.
I think so.
Big personality, big boobs.
See, now this is where I'm trying to go back in time in my brain, and my brain has run out of space. But I remember we talked about John almost complaining about this and that and the other thing. And so
Esther Roll is the one that played the mom.
Yeah, Florida.
Yeah,
Florida Evans.
I was getting confused that the lady across the street that lived across the thing with Penny. No, Esther Roll is the one that played the mom. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
wanted to touch on was, at least from your perspective, was there just too much political pressure between all the things that were going on? Norman being under pressure, John not being able to continue to have a voice, Esther kind of being written off.
Well, I wrote that all in my book now. Mm-hmm. My new book. Yeah. Good times.
Let's all read your book.
All right. But what that was very interesting. You have a comedian, okay? Jimmy's a comedian. He is not a thespian. He's not an actor. So he's into jokes. And he had, all those guys that used to work with him.
Because remember that Almost was upset that he was the comic relief, and he thought he should have been more serious.
Mm-hmm. So see where that got his character. They killed him off.
Yeah, because it became the Dynamite Show as opposed to like about a family.
Well, I think I don't know what she's going to say, but I remember my takeaway from John Omos's interview was that he's taking his shit a little too seriously. Like, you're an actor, just read the lines they give you, and if you don't like it, then you can go to the creator and say, well, would you change this? And if the guy says no, then that's it.
He did that. They basically said, see ya.
I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. He should have either admire him for standing up for his principles, or maybe think maybe he should have shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but if the only time that I would say something is if they sold him on a drama,
mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden Jimmy Walker came in there popping jokes and stuff, I'd be a little pissed too. So it depends on what they sold me. You see what I'm saying?
No, I agree with that. And that's why if he stood up for his principles, then good on him. But the creator of the show still has the right to say, well, we're not going in that direction. So bye.
Yeah, but you would be a little pissed if I said, Julio, I'm gonna start a rock band, and I want you to be a writer for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you show up, and it's like pop band for some 16-year-old girl.
No,
wouldn't you be a little upset that I kind of hoodwinked you?
I'd be disappointed, and then my choice would be to say something or leave.
Okay, it's fair. It's a fair assessment.
Jay Leno, Freddie Prinze, all those guys, I knew all of them. And so they would work with him, and he had his whole little thing going on. So you have Esther and John, and they will watch that. So some of the jokes didn't apply. Some of the things were a little over the top. And I could understand what they meant when they said it's outside of the show. Right. So let's bring it in. And so it spun out of control from the media, right. And from the producers are like, no, we don't think we should spin it out. And so then you get that kind of thing where instead of everybody looking at everybody and, understanding everybody's position, it could have been more harmonious, right. But you have all these men with these egos. Right. Some of them are very young. John was 34 years old. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
He's 20 years younger than Esther. And Jimmy was like 28. Right. So they're like close in age too. Mm-hmm. So you got a little egos going. So you're going to have a little friction, but it was nothing that could not have been worked out.
Right.
So that's what I saw. And the only thing when John did leave, he didn't leave on his own, as they tried to say. Right. He was told to leave. He was told that the show was...
That's crazy that Esther, right here on the left, is 20 years older than the gentleman on the right.
Yeah, I don't see it personally. They look
I don't
about
see
the
that
same
either.
age to me. The woman on the left that played Thelma, who's got to be 70 at this point, looks younger now than those two look back in the day.
Yeah, she got some work done, but yeah.
Well, I mean, just saying, if you put them all together,
that's crazy that she's 20 years older than John is.
Yep.
Going to go on, but without him, which was a hit, to any, star that's on the top then, but he got roots. Right. He did his thing. Sure. Coming to America.
Yes.
He was great. So, yeah. With Esther Roll, they made her very religious, didn't they? The thing that I never understood, and I don't know the inner workings of it, they had her marry a man who was an atheist.
Right. Which would not happen.
Why would you do that?
Right.
That is totally opposite of the whole thing.
Right.
So I think that upset her.
Right.
And she left.
Right.
For a year. And then Carl was gone.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to do it anymore with Carl. And not that he was a bad actor. He was a great actor. He did his part.
Right.
And so they brought her back for the 5th year, for the last year, when Thelma got married. Yeah. So that's how that happened.
Well,
What do you think?
I get if they had problems and if they stood up for themselves, that's good. But I think they all seem to think they're a little more important than, it's who was the Norman Lear? He was the creator of the show.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It's his show. And he writes the words, or he has his writers write the words. And as an actor, you either say the words or you don't. Plus, all anybody remembers from this show is dynamite. They're selling dynamite lunchboxes, dynamite shirts. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, they're not going to calm that down. That's why people watched it, for J.J. Walker, not for the drama. It was a sitcom, for fuck's sake.
Okay, so yes, Norman Lear was a big-time producer, did a lot of shows.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to also remember, and you also have to take into account that the studio, the network sticks their dirty little hands every time and stuff. If they want to push a narrative, they're going to push a narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So Jimmy Walker probably did his dynamite stuff, and then the network is like, okay, we can make money on this guy.
Oh, yeah.
So they came in there and pushed people out of the way. I would be pissed if I wrote a show and then the network completely fucking just redlined it and said, oh, this is the show now. You see what I'm saying?
But,
so it's like we don't know all that little stuff. We're only looking at just kind of the drama that happened on set,
We don't know if Norman Lear himself fought against any changes that may have been made.
We don't know that. 'Cause I never saw an interview or anything where he was talking about it,
Yeah. In the end, it was just a dopey sitcom like Happy Days, Chico and the Man. It's the same stuff. So
yeah.
And honestly, it was the J.J. Walker show. Everybody else.
That's what caught my attention. I watched the show.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a good show, but JJ is why I watched it. Yeah.
Sure.
Funny guy. It's like, oh my, who's this guy? This guy's funny.
So
especially when he said dynamite,
or he had the little. He was a painter. Remember, he'd have the little beret on, and he's painting his masterpieces and shit. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's you watch sitcoms to laugh.
True, but they always snuck in like very serious topics though, which was good.
Lots of that back in the 80s sitcoms. Different Strokes did that a lot. Even Happy Days did it every now and again, where there'd be like a message at the end.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I thought it was interesting, so I brought it up. Okay, so we got one last thing before we get to the main course of today. Okay, so this is a little behind the scenes of how movies are made there, Julio. So I wanted to bring it out.
Okay.
You notice that they basically built the side of the building on the ground.
Wait a minute.
So anytime that you see type stuff like this when they're on the side of the building, obviously they built the side of a building on the ground so that he could basically do his thing. Movie magic, baby. I thought it was kind of cool. So this is like 12 seconds, so I just wanted to bring it up.
What? I don't know why they're applauding.
Yeah, I don't know, because they're freaking weirdos. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were doing.
So is that? I'm assuming that's like a. Hold on, let me put my glasses on here.
It had to be. It had to be something that they asked for them to do because they'll throw shit at you if you keep yelling during their take.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
They would throw shit at you.
What is that like a big painting with 3D assets, to use the term, put on top of it, like ledges and
it looks like it. It's like a big 3D painting, and then you just add stuff to the top of it to give it like 3 dimension. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Boy. Well, next time I watch this movie, I'll be like, really? He's just climbing on the floor. Not actually
Movie
using
magic.
webs. What is this?
All right. So are you ready?
I'll be ready in 40 seconds.
All right. Before we dive into it, take your union break.
That's right.
So we're about to watch an EFAP, Corey Feldman's documentary. It's like 50 minutes, and it's Corey approved. It's his documentary. So yeah, we're gonna have some chuckles, laugh our ass with this documentary.
All right.
So you got your popcorn from that dude that was flipping that shit around.
That's exactly what I just went to the kitchen to get. Popcorn. You want to hear it pop real quick? Listen. See? That's my popcorn.
All right, let's go.
We are just characters in the days brand new scene. We do our best to sing the words and the stages in between.
All right.
What is the 22?
Corey Feldman. Let's hear for Corey.
Corey Feldman.
Hey, Corey, how you doing, buddy?
22 is like his sacred number. He thinks it's like the spiritual number. That's why Jim and them always do the 22.
Yeah, I was wondering where it came from. Maybe it was the age of Corey Haim when he died. Maybe something like that.
I don't know. He thinks it's like a spiritual number or something. That's what 22 is.
Corey Feldman. Corey is back. He was going for it, and I was really impressed. He's so talented.
Corey's funky.
The Kid, Corey Feldman on Kiss 96 FM.
Very charming guest host, Corey Feldman, ladies and gentlemen.
Corey and his band performed his latest single, Go For It, and the segment instantly went viral.
Corey is out of the box, and that's just the way Corey is.
The guy with the crazy hair, he said this Corey's Cocoa Bonds.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's where Jim and them got that Cocoa Bonds.
Oh, see, I always wondered what they were talking about when they said that. Just for the record, I am not a Johnny come lately to the Corey Feldman story. I've been following his disastrous music career since back in the Howard Stern days.
Ever.
No, so I was watching that Howard Stern performance live on the pay-per-view that he had.
Yeah, pay-per-view, really?
Yeah, Howard Stern it was New Year's Rockin' Eve. No, not New Year's Rockin' Eve. He called it something, but he had a couple times a year for a couple of years, he had pay-per-views that you would get. And there'd be all kinds of.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Corey Feldman's a natural-born entertainer. He is one of the most popular child stars of the 1980s. He's most well known for his acting roles in movies like The Goonies, Gremlins, Burbs, Lost Boys, and Stand By Me. But he's also been making music for over 35 years. My name is Jake Perry, and I'm a lifelong Corey fan.
Not very good music for the last 35 years.
No, but he has been making music.
The Lost Boys song that he did is actually good. But other than that.
Yeah, well.
Ever since I was a kid, it was my dream to work with the Coreys. And that dream came true. Some of you may recognize me as Corey Feldman's personal assistant from season 2 of the Two Coreys television show. Now I'm back helping Corey Feldman again with another exciting project, the Love Left box set. Corey gave me access to the vaults inside the Feld mansion. I unearthed a ton of never-seen-before concert footage and unreleased music, and we are finally ready to share this history with you.
Ink pen, like
Love Left is Corey
on the side of a VHS tape.
I'm surprised it's not in crayon.
Corey's first album. It came out in 1994, and since then his music career has been picking up speed. In 2013, Corey's song Essential Millennium was a breakthrough video on MTV.com. The next year, he released a music video for his song Duh. In 2016, Corey made charts and headlines again with the song Go For It featuring Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Most recently, Corey's song You Are Free broke into the top 20 on the Billboard charts. All this with no mainstream record deal. There's no denying Corey Feldman is one of the greatest entertainers of all time. But how did he get into music? And what's his music all about? So let's talk to the...
You can tell this was approved by Corey because he's the greatest entertainer of all time.
I need a buddy like this guy.
With the hair and everything?
Man.
Yeah, you got to have the mullet.
Well, yeah, sure. I'd take the mullet if I got all the praise.
Man behind the love and find out.
When did you realize you wanted to be a musician?
You know, a lot of people don't understand this, but a lot of people have always said this is a very important thing, okay? If you're looking at the overall retrospective of my music career and how it came to fruition.
Not for Dancing with the Star, he wasn't dancer.
No, for a minute.
So I would actually take that off. The dancer part?
I'd take singer off too, actually.
Just slash all around good guy, Corey Feldman.
I just leave the splashes.
Obviously, I grew up in a household with a father who was in a band. So there was always gigging, there was always jamming, there was always rehearsing going on in and around the house, and there was always musicians over. So that was our natural way of life. Secondly, my sister, being a few years older than me, had become a recent cast member of the Mickey Mouse Club when I was 3 years old. She was 7. And that was my childhood, was being around a father who's performing live on stage all the time and a sister who's performing live on stage all the time. So I felt like it was obviously natural that I would eventually end up...
Oh, here's something I didn't know. Robert C. Feldman was an American songwriter and recording producer, best known for his work in the 1960s with fellow writer Jerry Goldstein and Richard Gother, including My Boyfriend's Back, I Want Candy, and Sorrow. I want candy.
Yeah, that's a huge song back in the 80s.
That was huge. My boyfriend's back and you're gonna be in trouble. Hey now, my boyfriend's back.
That was like the 60s. So this guy's been around here, there, and around the square for a while. All right.
So yeah, that's Corey Feldman's father. His name is Bob Feldman.
You know, my ex-wife's maiden name was Feldman. I wonder if there's maybe a distant relation, me and Corey, maybe.
Maybe.
You never know. That's where we got our music genes from, Corey and I.
You're like brothers.
Yep.
Corey Feldman's dad died August 23rd, 2023 at the age of 83. He was survived by 2 daughters.
Died of shame? Is that what they put in
That's
not right?
He was raised an Orthodox Jew. Home and briefly studied becoming a cantor. He graduated from Abraham Lincoln High School alongside Neil Sakana and was a member of the All-City Choir alongside Neil Diamond and Barbara Streisand.
Oy vey.
He married Arlene Simmons.
Neil Sedaka, do you remember him? He was like a thing. I love my calendar girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Neil Sedaka. Pretty sure.
Pretty amazing. I didn't know that about Corey Feldman's father.
I often wondered one of the questions I always have when we watch Corey Feldman and cover him is where does he get all this money for all this stuff and these big houses? Because he was in movies, but I don't know what residuals are for those movies.
Inheritance, right?
Well, that's hearing who his father was around. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Performing live on stage. That said, I didn't get paid to professionally sing until a few years later when I did a TV movie of the week with Dick Van Dyke called How to Eat Like a Child, which was a live broadcasted television special. The very first album I was bought was Kiss, Love Gun. Shortly after that, my first solo music star that I started kind of really digging and getting into was, of all people, Sean Cassidy. And then, at about 11 years old, my life changed because I was sitting with my family in the living room.
How'd you say it before? He do run his ass out of the.
Yeah, well, no, that was Sean Cassidy's big song. He was Sean Cassidy was in the Hardy Boys TV show.
Okay,
and he was one of those guys like Corey was on the cover of Tiger Beat magazine.
Tiger Beat,
and Sean Cassidy had a big, huge radio hit that you couldn't escape in the late 70s, and it was a cover of "To Do Ron Ron."
Okay,
so it's all coming back.
Room one day, and there was this giant special that came on that they all.
See, he's wearing 22 necklace.
Wow.
All wanted to watch because it was reminiscent of all their childhoods, because it was all these old fogies and all these classic stars, and the special was called Motown 25.
Old Fogies is the Temptations, dude. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Stevie Wonder,
Richard Pryor,
not an old fogey.
Smokey Robinson. They're old fogies, though.
That's like, look at that lineup. That's amazing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
How dare he?
Halfway through the show, I believe, there was this band that I remembered because they were a bunch of kids, and it was called the Jacksons, or the Jackson 5, and I remembered seeing their cartoon on reruns, and I was like, oh yeah, they were like a kids band, let's check them out. And all of a sudden I saw Michael Jackson perform for the first time. And I saw Billie Jean for the first time. And that was it.
Hold on. I got a question.
When I saw that.
So he saw a group of. Never mind. I'm trying to get it. His timeline seems a little screwy to me, but let me sit on that for a minute.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Because the Jackson 5 was what the Jackson 5 was in the 70s, right?
Correct.
Because Motown had their big hits in the late 60s, early 70s, like the late 60s.
Oh yeah.
Well, really late 50s, 60s, and then early 70s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those old fogies.
The old fogies, apparently. The fuck? Calling the Temptations old fogies, dude. Temptations, for a long time, was the only band in the history of music that's been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Music Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Temptations, one of my favorite bands of all time.
All right.
Go fuck yourself, Corey.
Motown.
I love me some Temptations.
Right.
Weird Al was able to copy Michael Jackson and get a #1 hit with the same song. Well, that was it. This is a miracle. This is how it works. That was how I learned to write. I started by writing parodies, and I took the model of what Weird Al Yankovic was doing to teach myself. I was going to this place called Recording Star, which was like a little karaoke spot where you could make tapes of yourself singing other people's music. The lights are on, but she's not home. Your will is not your own. So I started editing my own mixtapes.
Oh, yeah.
The fuck was that?
I think that was Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love. I'm pretty sure.
He has no right to criticize old fogies like the Temptations with that fucking rendition of Arnold Palmer's, or not Arnold Palmer's.
Lights are on. He's like crap.
The fuck out of here.
Gargling with pebbles.
And that was my first, really my first record. Nobody knows this. This is the first time I'm revealing this. It wasn't even in my book. But my very first record was a cassette of sketch tapes and parody songs that I put together. Oh God, I wish I had this. And I took one of my headshots, my 8x10s from when I was a little kid. So I'm like, 10 years old. And I was leaning up against a motorcycle, and I've got my hair slicked back and greased. And I took my little 8x10 picture and I glued it in. If you didn't know any better, it looked like a Corey Feldman album. So, I'd pull it out and show it to my friends. I'd be like, yeah, I've got my own record. Yeah,
Corey Feldman is a weird guy because, like this right here where he was talking about this, he seems like a good guy. And he's like, he had some sort of little childhood that he remembers and he's reminiscing. But then he turned around and just becomes like fake, like I'm an entertainer of like the greatest entertainer of all time, and it's like it's not like he always puts on this front. It's weird, and it's a fake front.
I think I could be wrong about this. As you know, I try to be fair to Corey Feldman, but I think his life's been too easy. He clearly had rich parents. If his dad's hanging out with Barbara Streisand and Neil Sedaka,
Yeah.
So I think the answer to my question, how did he get all this money, answers my question about a lot of why he does what he does, because he's got the money to be as good as he says he is.
He's a Nepo kid. He's a Nepo baby that was actually a successful Nepo baby.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. His acting, you've seen more of him acting than me. Was he good?
Not really.
So he's a mediocre actor and a mediocre musician.
For the times, he was a name. The project that he chose, he was good. But I'm not like, if I'm recasting Shawshank Redemptions, I'm not putting fucking Corey Feldman in it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like, for what he was in, it was good. But it's just one of those things where it's like, he's very limited.
See, but if you had his money, like your movie would be admirable because you would have the capital behind you to push it out, right? Or My Music. And so he had that. So if he wants to spend $300,000 making a documentary about how great he is, well, he can do that.
Yeah.
Which is what we're watching, I think.
Pretty much.
Although I do give him props for spending that money on a mansion filled with blondes in bras and pants. That's a big plus for old Corey.
Okay.
On and off, starting at 15 with Runaway, which I recorded while I was still living at my dad's apartment, obviously, because we shot the video for it there. But while I was still living at my dad's, while I was working on Lost Boys, that's when I wrote Runaway, right before I ran away.
That it's dangerous for a kid to be out on his own. He could have nowhere to sleep or end up in a scary place.
I mean, it's
scary
it's crazy, really, if you think about how on point that video really is, because it's a moment in time. It's a time capsule, and it's a very powerful time capsule. The concept of Runaway was coming from the perspective of a kid who was very abused. This was my fantasy on how I could survive. It starts off with a shot of a newspaper, and it's just like, newspaper.
It would be interesting to hear Corey and what his definition of being abused is.
I think you're right. I hear what you're saying, and I agree. It's all his hard times aren't anything like your hard times.
Correct.
Or normal people's hard times.
Like every door was open for him.
Correct. Yep.
So all he had to do is just walk through them, and he did. So it'd be interesting to see like what he deems as abusive. I get the feeling that there was a lot of people that told him no, and he thinks that's abusive.
Yeah, that could be it. A lot of people who are narcissists are like that. If you tell them, hey, your idea isn't all that great, it's like the biggest offense you could possibly give them.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like, how dare you tell me that everything I do is not perfect?
Yeah. So it's like, I think that's why he is so adamant about doing it on his own, and nobody's going to hold him back and all this other stuff, because I think that people said that it's shit. And he's like, well, I'm going to do it on my own. I don't give a shit what you think. You know what I mean? Even though his dad was a very successful musician.
Well, his dad was apparently absent from his life a lot.
Probably.
Corey has stories about how his dad hired some guy who apparently molested him, allegedly. And even that Corey's mom came back in an interview, I think, 10 or 12 years ago, saying that Corey's claims of being molested are way exaggerated. So,
yeah, it'd be interesting to hear what Corey's what he considers being molested and or like bullied or whatever the fuck it is.
And real quick, one of the problem with narcissists, because I have dealt with them before on a personal level, is they will create a world in their head that only caters to them, and that's to them the real world, even if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't know.
It's almost like his interpretation. If you tell him no, then he's going to be like, "No, you're being a bully and you're not listening to me."
Yeah, don't you know who you're talking to?
Don't you know?
Who I am?
Eventually it turns into that. If he hasn't done anything when he was younger, and then all of a sudden he's got a bunch of hits, why do you think he's so adamant about? I was in 22 hit movies or whatever the fuck it is.
Yep.
Because he's so obsessed about creating his own footwork beyond his father. And that every time that somebody says it sucks or it's not good enough, he gets offended immediately. Immediately gets offended.
I sort of envy his confidence, though.
No, I do. I envy the fact that he doesn't care on the surface. He doesn't care what people think, even though I think he does.
Narcissists don't.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting to hear what his being abused actually means.
I would love to be a fly on the wall inside of his head. That would be amazing.
Just nothing but bong resin and freaking weird thoughts.
It says, crimes are high in Los Angeles, homeless kids everywhere, or something like that. It pulls back to reveal a man's hand enters the frame, my friend Majestic, who was playing the character of the killer pimp. And the kid was laying on the floor, and he's...
The killer pimp?
That's a good elevator pitch. I'm interested. Tell me more about this killer pimp movie you're going to do.
So I'm a high school student, and I find that there's some evil shit happening, and then I go to this little factory to investigate, and then all of a sudden this killer pimp just comes out of fucking nowhere.
And then we do Michael Jackson dance moves.
What do you think? What do you think, Julio? Is it a hit? Is it a hit?
I'm sold. I'm intrigued.
He says, hey, what are you doing here? You're a perfectly good white boy. He says, well, you're better than this kid. And then it cuts to black, and then this homeless kid turns into this rock star, and he's wearing all black, and he's got long, flowy hair. All of a sudden, he looks like a rock star.
That's Michael Jackson all the way.
Mm-hmm.
And he does this powerful song and dance, and, now they've all been zombified into this trance where they have to dance and talk about the fact that they're all part of this big sex trafficking ring, which has been basically created with kids on crack that are runaways. So
Dude,
that was the theme.
I'm sold. I would watch that movie.
Everybody called uncoordinated. I couldn't play sports. I had no athletic abilities. I couldn't hold a note or carry a tune to save my life. I was always the guy on the bench, seated last, always the last pick. But something about watching the magic of Michael Jackson's performance and the way he moved and the flow and the groove and the beat and just everything about it inspired me to the point where I said, that's what I want to do. I want to create that magic. I want to create those beats. I want to create something that makes you move. I want to create stuff that you feel compelled, that you cannot stop yourself. You cannot prevent yourself
We're compelled
from moving because you become a slave to the rhythm. It just grabs you and it takes you and it moves you and you become powerless.
Do you feel like that in any song? Do you feel like that when you hear it, that you feel powerless? And
no, I don't think so. I'll listen to music that's sort of, after I'm done listening to the song, I'll go, wow, I just went on a trip there. Like that you're all in on.
Yeah.
Like it just envelops you, but not.
I mean, there's songs that speak to you. Maybe there's a certain time of in your life that you hear a song and it just hits.
Yep.
I get that, but he almost makes it spiritual, where it's just like it's in your the core of your being, and it's just wanting to burst out like freaking flames. You know what I mean? It's like, what?
Okay, I'm gonna slightly disagree with you. I hear what you're saying, but there are, like, when I'm in the studio with my band, The Prominent Citizens, available on Amazon, Apple, and Spotify and YouTube. When I'm in the studio and I'm hearing a song that I wrote out of my head come to life, I will move like I'm a conductor listening to it. Like, oh, like it does. It sort of, you just get lost in it. not to the point where I couldn't stop and go, "Hey, can you give me another beer or whatever?" I mean, it's not to that point, but I'm just saying you do sort of let it take you over. I don't know if making movies is the same. I would think making movies is more like being a boss as opposed to a
sticking to a vision. You have your vision, you wrote it, and it's important to you to convey a certain message, then yes. Is it spiritual? I don't know.
How did you feel when you saw the final cut of your movie, The Warrior?
Well, because I edited it, so I've seen it a million times because I edited it.
I got you.
It'd be different if I passed it to somebody else and then all of a sudden I saw the final cut. Then I think it'd be a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes
sense. Because I edited it and I watched it a million times.
See, with my band, it's a little because I write most of the stuff and I come in and play the parts for my bandmate, but then he takes it and does, I guess, what an editor would do.
Okay.
Like fix it. So maybe that's why I feel that way when I hear it, because I'm like, holy shit, that sounds exactly like it sounded in my head.
Yeah.
Like, you're great at doing this, dude. Thank you. So I don't know. His authenticity is
inspired by the king of
pop.
Corey begins writing music for his album titled The Kid and records the song Something in Your Eyes for the Dream a Little Dream soundtrack.
We made a deal. I was going to cut the song. I cut the song, did it with Michael Damian. He was great. He showed me a lot when it came to structure.
We got together and we were recording some stuff together and having a great time. And I just know his love and passion for music is, it's so evident. And it was one of those mutual things.
We were all excited for that. We shot the video for Rock On.
Trying to coordinate an album and a soundtrack around a movie release is like a juggling act. And Rock On really wasn't supposed to be one of the lead singles, just so you know.
And that's when I started going out and doing, shows to promote it. So we knew that the Dream a Little Dream soundtrack was going to be a big soundtrack. I had heard Rock On. It was going to be a great single.
You familiar with that song?
Kids, rock and roll,
there you go.
rock on.
Yeah.
The only problem
if there's
is
a top 5 worst songs, that would be one on my
all
list.
The music for the scenes because we had to do that first. And that's actually going to be Mickey Thomas from Starship. And so he's going to be the one that you're going to be lip syncing as you do the scene. I'm like, no, I can't be lip syncing. I've got to sing for real. If I'm lip syncing, people are going to think that I can't sing.
Oh man, watching Corey lip sync to my song while he's doing the dance is, it always brings a smile to my face.
In a good way or a bad way?
No, he's busting his gut with laughter.
Can we get more? Can we get more?
Hey, Mickey Thomas.
Mickey Thompson.
Mickey Thomas can fuck off too, because he's the one that wrote "We Built the City," another one of my top 5 of worst songs.
Oh, we had a musician of the week that you hated when we did the fucking MTV.
You're batting like almost 1,000 on musician of the week, but that was a whip.
Those two crazy.
Swing and a miss. Yeah.
I like the song. It's a good song.
Guess what? Something in Your Eyes is going to be the lead single. And I was like, no way. As soon as I heard that, I went and booked a bunch of stuff.
We did the Magic Mountain shows.
We played shows with Roxy.
Corey Feldman came with Bubbles once, Michael Jackson's Chimp, and actually performed with the Chimp.
Really?
And I remember a couple times that he had Bubbles.
I don't know how he got the Chimp. I guess he called Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson loaned Bubbles to Corey. Corey shows up with the Chimp, and it was a great surprise. The kids loved it.
I guess I must have spent a lot more time with Bubbles than I remember. So we did the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice.
So was Bubbles abused?
Bubbles? I don't know what was going on with Bubbles. Michael Jackson's monkey.
Just asking questions.
What a weird, we sit here and we kind of rag on Corey a little bit for his, but we're fascinated by it. So he's got something in him that draws.
Yes, we rag on him, but we do give props when props is due.
You're fair.
I just don't like the genuine Corey, and then he turns around 5 seconds later and fake Corey. Like, pick a lane, dude. Like,
would you change places with Corey Feldman?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Would you?
You're taking family out of it, like that kind of just. No, probably not. But I'd think about it.
And instead of it's like he's constantly trying to stay relevant. and he doesn't care how it's done for him to stay relevant.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's almost like it's not authentic because he's constantly has some sort of plan or something so that he can get some press or he can get whatever. I mean, we've watched it multiple times when he was at the homeless shelter. Mm-hmm. Lo and behold, paparazzi was just happened to be right there for him. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's crazy. He didn't call him or anything. He absolutely fucking did. The angels, where he had all the hot girls dressed up in angels. Yeah. You're gonna tell me that he didn't do that for like publicity stunt? Come on, he did.
I'm sure he did. I wonder if he gets that people are laughing at him. I don't think he does.
I don't think he does because he's a narcissistic. I mean, yeah. he's a narcissist, so he doesn't understand the fact that it's like, Corey, just if you were genuine, I don't think people would rag on him as much. But he's so like over the top, fake half the time. I mean, do you ever go on X and read his posts?
Oh yeah, I follow him on X.
It's like, what are you talking about? It's almost like he lives in a fucking other planet. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he's doing the all caps thing, and
I called him out on it. I said, Corey, like it's like you're yelling at people. Why are you doing the all caps thing?
Awards, first performance, me and Mark Harris.
Kids went nuts.
Mark Harris.
They wanted to pull Corey into the audience.
I don't know if you actually see Mark Harris on the video footage at all, but he was there on stage playing drums somewhere. I don't know why, since they obviously didn't have the drums mic. Maybe they did. I don't know. I don't remember. I think we did do a sound check even.
These were plastic drums, man, and no one plays on plastic drums. But when you're in a Disney production, it's plastic drums.
A very charming guest host, Mr. Corey Feldman, ladies and gentlemen. Corey!
Oh, that's a very famous one right here.
So Bud had asked me to host his show Improv Tonight, and I think it was a mistake. I think that was a big mistake. Because I think that if I hadn't done that, people probably would have taken my music a lot more seriously from the beginning.
Does he have no friends?
But it didn't really make a lot of sense to...
Have you ever watched that video? It's literally just like his voice is terrible and it's just.
I've watched that video, and that's what I'm saying.
It's almost like a chicken, like what's going on, Corey? Fucking simmer down, dude.
But you would think somebody close to him would say, "Bruh, let's
simmer down a little bit."
I guess not.
We needed to go from a 5 to like a 3.
Calm down. Take it easy. Take it easy.
To premiere my music on a comedy show.
And the hair, too.
It wasn't meant to be funny.
I wish I had that hair.
And I wish I had that hair there. Made people confused about what I was trying to present.
I mean, he does have good hair.
And that is why that
song... Even though it's goofy hair, he does have a good set of hair.
Song has become infamous. So after all of that, we missed the deadline for delivery by like 24 hours, according to the label. So we have it in time to put it out for the lead single.
According to the label. So basically the label's like, we can't sell this trash.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes?
Yeah, probably right.
Let's just tell him that he missed the label. Or he missed the deadline. We can't sell it.
We just don't have it in time to make the actual soundtrack album.
We missed the cutoff, which is a drag, and then I'm pretty sure that then went through the pipeline through the Cyprus connection into Canada, and they were able to get it out there.
So the song never ended up on the soundtrack album, but the vinyl singles did actually come out. And that's why every once in a while you will be able to find one of the original vinyl singles, which we are going to include, of course, a picture of so everybody can see for themselves that it did physically exist. And there are still copies out.
Oh boy, a picture. I can't wait.
It's so staggering to me that, I mean, even the songwriter's like, oh yeah, well, they missed the deadline. I'm like, you're right, Derek. I'm like, they didn't miss the deadline. Like, we can't put this shit on the CD.
We can't sell it.
No. Well, sorry. Give him a 45. Nobody plays those anymore. Just
and then when you do a documentary, just send a fucking picture to prove the fact that it was there. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Like, if I bought somebody's documentary and they sent me a fucking picture to prove that they had a fucking album in 1985, Get the fuck out of here.
Right. I agree.
Like, seriously, get the fuck out of here.
Out there that can be found if you scour the internet, as some obsessed fans might do. But I started exploring psychedelic writing.
That was weird.
In the idea and the vein of Pink
creepy.
Floyd. So that is where I started with John Preston.
Boom. The second we talked about music, that was it. That connected us right there.
John was very influential in my early career for a number of reasons, but one of those reasons is he was solely responsible for me signing with BMI and getting my copyright and my publishing started. So if it wasn't for John Preston, who knows if I would have ever even started writing professionally. But what happened was I linked up with John, who was another teenage actor.
I was drawn to Corey, and I think he was drawn to me because of the fact that we knew that we wanted to collaborate.
So he was saying he was drawn in by the music of Pink Floyd and psychedelia, and this is the guy he's going to write with? This guy? There's nothing less psychedelic than the Buddha statue in the back. Maybe that's a little psychedelic, but he's $1 Million Home, baby grand piano. Forget it. Get it. Jesus.
Actor and music collaborator.
Do you think these people are just hanging on his money? Like John Preston, he's like, well, he's going to pay me, so sure, I'll do it.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, okay, let me look up John Preston.
I'm sure he's talented. I mean, he's got a piano in his house. He's got to be good, right?
Actor.
Although I had a drum set in my house, that didn't mean I was a good drummer.
Good old John Preston. I don't know if this is. Oh, yeah, it is. I was gonna say, I don't know if this is the John Preston, but the first thing says General Hospital and Corey Feldman, artist, the man.
Wait a minute, that's it?
Hold up, wait a minute.
General Hospital. What did he do? Music for General Hospital, or was he?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, who knows?
That's a good gig, right? I'm sure he's a talented fella. He's not the guy I would, if I saw him and thought to myself, I want to write music in the vein of Pink Floyd, I probably wouldn't reach out to this guy.
Oh, man, it busted me out. All right.
If you want to write music like Pink Floyd, just drop tons of acid and smoke weed. That's how.
Okay, so John Preston, known for General Hospital, 3 episodes, Corey Feldman, artist. Okay. That's it.
How could he afford this nice house and the piano? I'm starting to get angry.
Like, what? It's nothing.
All right. Well,
he acted in Barbara Field's adaptation of Charles Dickens's A Christmas Story in the Fifth Third Bank Holiday Favorites production of the Pamela Brown Auditorium and Actors Theater in Louisiana. Or in Louisville. That's a... Oh, boy. I mean...
I'm beginning to think that that's not his house that we're seeing in the documentary.
Yeah, I'm thinking so, too. I think it's just a prop.
Yep.
Okay, look at this guy. General Hospital. He's in Corey Feldman. Derek Wayne Mullins.
It's a dick measuring contest here.
Dick measuring contest.
You and John Preston. I know you've got more credits than he does because I know your credits. I've looked at your page. Look at that.
Look at all those things I've done.
Eric's accomplished. Corey should have reached out to you.
I must have did something. I don't know what I'm talking about. According to some of the comments, I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, I blow John Preston out of the fucking water.
Seems like it.
But listen to him, Corey. He knows what he's talking about.
On something, he had the drive, and he always inspired to get more and more into music. As much as he was a creative artist on screen, his behind the screen creativity was even bigger.
It was 4 songs I think we wrote all together. The first one was called "Life is Like Living in a Fishbowl," and we actually performed that song live at my very first full-length concert, which was at the Palace.
Life is like living in a fishbowl was kind of his perception on life in general as a celebrity, how everyone's clawing at you, everyone looks at you, everyone's got you under a microscope, everything you do is critiqued, and everybody wants a piece of you.
Life is like living in a fishbowl. Because we had lost the demo and we never released the song, I took the lyrics from that song and actually used them in a couple other songs.
Hey, that sounds pretty good.
You feel like you're literally
kind of like that. That bass player was on fire, dude.
And
you like the dark side of
it.
Corey
We'll
Feldman.
go out in public to places like, Magic Mountain or Disneyland, and all the fans would go, wow.
See, that's what he needs to do. He needs to do an album that's split in half.
Yeah.
That's the good Corey on one side, and then the evil Corey on the other side.
Derek, that's a genius idea. Like, do stupid dance pop on one. Who did the Outcast, the rap band?
Exactly. Do a double album.
Love Below, Speaker Box. You have the hip hop stuff on one. You got Derek. Get
genius idea. Let's call Corey right now and let him know.
Fucking,
and
John
surround
Preston's
us.
got to go.
So, he was a teen star.
John
I
Preston.
mean, he was in all the teen magazines, so he got it.
Corey was on two ends of the spectrum. He was from everything from Michael
Retarded
Jackson
and more
to
retarded.
Pink Floyd.
This is going to be the title track of my new album. I'm performing it tomorrow. It's called The Kid.
Kiss 96.
Well,
there's a new kid in town, and you're looking at me. You know, you see what you get, and you get what you see.
It's fucking terrible.
Awful.
Fucking awful.
And it's frustrating because, like we always say, we try not to treat him unfairly. If there's something he does that we like, we will say, "Hey, that's pretty good."
Yeah.
That live shit, that dark Corey live shit, that
was
bass player, that was money. I'm like, more of that.
This fucking kid song sucks.
No. And the girls, by the way, oof.
And the girls are just kind of like we'll glom on him a little bit.
Yep.
We wrote this other thing called Thumb the Finger Man. This would have been right around the time that I shortly joined the band Then Again. I had a song called Thank the Lord. I had a song called Naked Sleeping.
Wait a minute. He joined Jim and them or what?
Oh, did I miss that? Was that the name? What was?
Terrible song.
We wrote this other thing called Thumb the Finger Man. This would have been right around the time that I shortly joined the band Then Again.
Oh, Then Again, not Jim and them.
I was going to say, I think, Derek, you might have uncovered something there, but it's not Jim and them. It's Then Again.
I had a song called Thank the Lord. I had a song called Naked Sleeping, which the title I wrote with Michael Jackson. I had a song called Slammer, which was about relationships. I wrote It's So Simple, and the song called Bottle on the Wall. I'll try and give you the bits that I remember of it, but it was like, children, 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 children.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Children, 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 stop.
Okay.
I
mean, is that okay? You like to write songs. Is it normal to say the same line 4 times?
Rarely, very rarely, unless it's like a background vocal and there's something else going on musically that you're just doing. Yeah, but no, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't recommend it?
No, not really. I'm not Corey Feldman. He's way more successful than I am. So.
What was that?
I said Corey Feldman is way more successful than I am in music, so who am I to judge?
Because he had backing, because he's a Nepo baby, not because he's actually fucking good.
That's true.
The bottle on the wall. I'd written It's So Simple earlier, shortly after License to Drive.
You hear that?
And I started dating a girl. She was the date of the guy that was cheating on Heather Graham. So that girl was a Playboy model. And I started dating her when I was only 16.
Did she abuse him? Hopefully.
Yeah, I was going to say, if, right.
Time. But I started dating her. And
you ever seen that movie, License to Drive?
No. Was it good?
It's a good teen movie. Yeah, and it's got a young Heather Graham in there. She was so cute in that movie.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, her I know. Yeah. She was the Austin Powers girl, right?
Yeah, one of them.
First one? Yeah.
And then she was Roller Girl. She was Roller Girl in Boogie Nights.
And wasn't she in a Lenny Kravitz music video? I don't know.
Maybe.
She broke my heart, cheated on me. And I was sitting there in the hotel room. It was like the day that I had decided I was going to have to break up with her. And I was very depressed.
He is doing the I don't have a dick cross your legs thing.
A dickless leg cross.
Yeah.
And I started thinking about, why do we hurt each other? Why do people hurt each other? And why can't we just give a little more? Why can't we just do more for everyone? Why can't we help children? Why can't we help starving people? Why can't we just give a little more? Just care a little more? And I think it was self-introspective that brought me to that, but at the end of the day, it came with a great message.
It's So Simple actually started in the TV movie 15 and Getting Straight with Drew Barrymore.
It's so simple. I'm not telling you a lie. It's so simple.
Getting real Pink
Her and I
Floyd vibes.
sang that song together, and then Alfonso Ribeiro and I sang that song together, and he was actually on the original recording.
It's so simple. Why do we waste so much time? It's so simple.
It's too slow.
These songs are so. It's almost.
Yes, Derek?
It's almost like it should be like on a Kids Bop fucking CD. Like it's so like elementary. Like there's no
It's baby's first song. Baby's first songwriting.
Basically it's like it's too simple and it's just like what?
Like Kids Bop is perfect for like a kids record where they can do It's So Simple to Clean Up Your Room. Like double time that song.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
Like there's no layers to it. It's just like
so
it's so simple. It's so simple. Yeah. It's like, you got anything else?
Do your chores and get your allowance. It's so simple.
I mean, am I grasping at straws here?
No,
because
you're not.
It just seems like there's no
song there.
There's no song there. It's so simple that it should just be on some fucking Kids Bop fucking CD.
There's no. It's not like there's no song, Derek. There's no hook.
Yeah.
Nothing that will stay with you after.
That's
you're
like,
done.
that's a freaking banger right there. It's just like, the only reason he got anywhere because he was a nepo baby, and then by this time he was already in hit movies. That's the only reason that he got any fucking play, because it's just like, it's not good.
No, although I'll bet Derek, I wake up tomorrow morning and the first thing that goes in my head is "It's so simple," and I'm gonna go, "God damn it, Corey, you did it again! You did it again!"
Tried to go into the studio and tap into different levels of creativity. We go into the studio sometimes and go, "Let's drop acid and write music. Let's do shrooms and write music.
Yeah.
Let's just smoke weed and write music.
Good
Let's
idea.
do this and write music." And we would try to get in tune with different elements of music, and being young and being creative and having the capability to do that in a harmless environment.
And what came out of those writing sessions was Rock Us Danny, which became one of the cult classics from Rock and Roll High School forever. So Rock Us Danny.
It's rock and roll high school day.
When I made the deal to do Rock and Roll High School forever, I said,
classic,
okay, I'll do it, but the first movie was crap. I mean, it was, as a filmmaker, you're watching this going, what is this? This is terrible. But for whatever reason, it was the greatest cult sensation in the world. It was on MTV every weekend. Rock and Roll High School, Rock and Roll High School. So, I mean, I was like, well, the Ramones did okay. So I said, fine, but if I do this, I've got to be able to, write the music that we perform. I don't want to be performing other people's music.
We got to go in the studio and we got to sing some backups on Rock Us Danny. That was fun. All of us gathered around the mic doing a little bit of gang vocals. So they let us have a little peek into that process.
I'm a songwriter. I want to write my own music. So they said, that's cool, but we want you to work with these guys, which was a couple. And great sensibility, great musicianship. They formed their own band called Walk the Moon. So We wrote Raucous Danny, and we wrote Raucous Danny Part 2.
Raucous Danny, we started talking about this character Danny, and let's write a song about this character and how he developed. And if you listen to the songs, because there's a couple different versions and the trilogy goes on.
That's right, folks, 1989, right before I got sober. Meaning I was out of my freaking mind.
By 1990, the Teen Machine was running on empty. Corey's album The Kid is never released, and most of the songs are lost. But thanks to rehabilitation and the healing powers of music, Corey forms a band and starts working on songs for his first album, Love Left.
If you notice, I kind of went into this dark pit, which is obviously a big reason why I also never got that success, because I went into a dark hole from the time of rock and roll high school until I got out of rehab.
I had lost everything. I had lost my car, I had lost my house.
Then once out of rehab, then, kind of hanging out with all the sober musicians and started recording demos with Mark Caron.
What's up with you? What's up with you?
Corey's music is very unique to Corey.
That hair,
I can
is
hear
that
his
real?
influences pretty clearly. He's got a lot of John Lennon in his music. He's got a lot of Michael Jackson in his music, and he has a lot of Pink Floyd. In fact, I always felt like he kind of wanted me to lean in that direction on guitar.
Then that formed into him introducing me to Alan T-Man.
Al T-Man. I'm a guitar player and bass player and studio guy.
And Alan T-Man, of course, his brothers, Howard T-Man and Eric T-Man, also started working with me.
How determined was he to put a band together, to get an album going?
It was all a blur. That's the best way to... Everything was, Hollywood. It was fun as shit. And I don't remember any of it.
I met Corey through our keyboardist.
So basically, it was unforgivable. It was like unforgettable. Like, I didn't give a shit.
Yeah. One of Corey's problems, I think, Derek, is that you can't nail him down into, like, if you said, what is Corey Feldman's music like? You couldn't, like you said, Luke Bryan, okay, country guy, right? Temptations, they're R&B. Motley Crue, metal. Corey Feldman?
No idea.
You can't pin him.
Tiger Beat and Kid Bop.
Kids Bop. It's so easy.
Howard T-Man, or Howie as we called him. I was playing in a band in Los Angeles throughout the early 90s called the Long Necks. At that time, when we met Corey, he was extremely enthusiastic about his newfound sobriety and about going into a musical endeavor after doing some of that before, and obviously doing a lot in his acting career.
I played with Corey. I filled in for my good friend Howard T-Man. Played a couple of gigs. The Derby over there in
He's
Hollywood.
actually somebody.
I ended up joining the band instead of the guy who introduced me.
Mark Caron was like, look, I can't do the shows. I can't play live because I'm so busy with my other stuff, but why don't you work with Alan?
The drummer for Guns N' Roses was on Celeb Rehab. Super nice guy.
I watched that season. Were you working? Did you work that season?
Yeah. And he was a super nice guy. He'd walk up and give you a big hug and stuff. And like every time you talk about him, he's like Axel and DC, Dish.
Steven Adler, right?
Steven Adler, yeah.
I always felt bad for him on the show because he looked like a nice guy that just kind of
had a lot of problems as a kid. He was abused, and he just did nothing but freaking alcohol, drugs. Supposedly he's sober, but I don't know. You can actually go on YouTube and look it up, and he does like. He'll take a song and do the drums for the song. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, you have to look it up. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, he's a drummer. But he'll pick a song and just freaking start doing the drums, and you watch him, Steven Adler, do the fucking drums for it, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully he's still sober, if that's what's important to
A guy
him.
named Mark London on drums, and then I think Mark Harris took over for him. So we had a series of Marks, drummers. Playing with Corey was super fun. The perks were awesome.
He's always struck me as somebody that's driven. He's got the hunger, and it shows. And so he gets a lot done. And he was always kind to me and friendly. We always got along well.
I don't know how a Jewish kid can move like that. Makes no sense.
And then I met Dave Dunn. And that's when things kind of moved up a notch. And boom, there you had it. The first Corey Feldman band was born. And we played gigs. We went out and actually did shows as...
Here, I'm going to show. I'll show this real quick. I can't play the whole song because it's YouTube's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty badass. Anyway, back to the show.
As a band.
Just for the record, Corey Feldman cannot play the drums like that man right there.
No.
And that was the first time I did that, other than the few shows that I did, like the Palace, which were one-offs.
Corey Feldman and I ended up doing a few gigs together, the Derby,
right back.
And then we also did the Hollywood Parade. That's me and Corey.
Michael Jackson did offer me a very powerful opportunity. After I played him What's Up With the Youth, and that's the only song I ever played him, I took him out to my car in Palm Springs.
Jackson, we just wanted to take this moment to say hello. Hello. And we're in Palm Springs.
And this was a big deal because up until then, the only times I'd hung out with Michael was as a little kid, where he was driving. It was his car, and I was going to his house and all that. And this was now I'd just gotten out of rehab, and I was a man, and I was sober, and I was seeing Michael as an adult through sober eyes for the first time, and I played him What's Up With the Youth. And he got so excited by the song. He was like, Corey, this is amazing. This song is incredible, Corey. I'm telling you, I can make it #1. And I'm like, you want the song? And he's like, no, I don't mean for me, for you. I'm saying you could get this all the way to #1. I could walk you in to Tommy Mottola right now, and I could get you a #1 record. I could walk you into CBS and present this song and do it. And I was like, oh, really? That's really sweet of you, Michael, but I don't want to ask you to do that. And he goes, well, you're not asking. I'm telling you I'll do it. And I'm like, I appreciate it, but I always wanted to make it on my own. And I felt like if I was ever going to do it, I would do it on my own. And I don't know, I would feel like if you did that for me, I would just be, riding on your coattails.
Bullshit. I know. I wasn't even here, but I know the story, Derek.
Okay, so I was going to ask you that question.
Yeah.
You get a call from Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
I listened to one of your songs on the Citizens YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I can make it hit. What would you do?
Please do. That would be great. Thank you, Sir Paul. And by the way, Sir Paul, it's the prominent citizens, not the citizen.
Oh, the prominent citizens.
I would correct Paul on that. No, I'd be all in on that.
But you're wrong. I'm sorry.
No, I've heard this story a million times. He's like, oh, yeah, Michael Jackson said I can get you to #1, but I didn't want to do it, man. I didn't want to do it. Like, nobody gets to #1 on your own. That's not the way the music business works. Somebody's got to help you if you're...
Yeah, but Michael Jackson had a track record of having #1 songs, though. I mean, look at his cousin. I always feel like somebody's watching
Rockwell.
me.
Yeah.
Rockwell didn't do shit, but that song was a fucking hit.
No, but that was my point, is Rockwell, if Rockwell didn't know Michael Jackson, that song would have gone nowhere, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's saying he wants to do it on his own. My point is, no.
Well, no, Michael Jackson said that he'd take him to Tommy Mottola and present the song and get it on the radio for Corey. And then Corey's like, well, I want to try to do it on my own. It's one of those things is like he didn't have a problem opening the doors when his dad opened the doors for him, but Michael Jackson's opening the doors for you?
You take that. And that's why I don't believe this story.
It
doesn't
make
make
this
sense.
Michael Jackson is the king of pop. He is that guy.
Yeah, he could anoint you like he did with that Rockwell song.
Yeah.
Or his sister even. Janet Jackson, I loved some of her songs, but she wouldn't have been nothing without him.
I don't think so.
And she was good. I love Rhythm Nation, Black Cat, all good stuff.
Yeah, she has some good songs.
He's like, okay. Bad business move, eh?
Yeah.
Maybe not. Who knows? I probably would have had a very big #1 hit with What's Up With the Youth, and it wouldn't have ended up on Howard Stern so that I could have been made fun of. But, that said, it's probably the reason why I didn't include it on the Love Left album. I think that what Howard Stern did was so embarrassing.
He's doing all this thing right next to a black
made it
midget.
look like such a joke that it actually got me to not include it in the album. That's the truth of the matter. Even though Michael Jackson told me it would be a #1 hit. So I guess I still had some self-destructive patterns left, even though I was out of rehab.
Have you heard this song,
I look at some
Derek?
of the career choices that I made at that time.
Have you heard
and I
it?
go,
No?
wow, what was
No, I haven't.
Yes, I have heard it.
Oh,
I've
have you?
watched it on there's no way on God's green earth that Michael Jackson heard that and said that'll be #1.
What's the name of the song?
What's Up With the Youth?
What's Up With the Youth?
That's why I don't believe this story. Like, Michael Jackson knows music, if nothing else, and he would know what would be a #1 hit. And this ain't it. Although it was great to watch him do it on Howard Stern or lip sync it. That was funny as hell. Oh, is this like a remake live version? All right, maybe he improved it then.
Times are changing, yeah, then just to rearrange them, would you look at your children, see there's nobody home. Look in the schoolyards, you'll find 44s.
All right, this sounds substantially better than the original version from the Howard Stern show. I will say.
Let me see if I can find it.
For us is a brand new song. What's this song about?
The song is about, it's called What Up With Youth, and it's about what's up with the youth in America today, gang violence, drugs, and that kind of thing, trying to make the world a better place.
Hey, I can relate to that for sure. Let me tell you something, man. I'm not kidding. I really think that's good for the youth, you know?
And Corey Feldman, didn't he make fun of Howard Stern, saying that he made fun of him because he didn't take it seriously or something?
But clearly he didn't take it. He should have known this. Doesn't he have any like Hollywood sense that they're stuttering John back there on the right? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, you wrote it yourself?
Wrote it and produced it. Yeah.
Let's hear it for Corey right now with the song. Let's all start dancing, baby. Go ahead, Corey.
Like a lot of shit that was on the radio in the 80s, so maybe I'm wrong.
Shit, I know that.
Yeah, I mean, that's right. No more shit than the other stuff, though.
Yeah, that's true.
What? Oh, hello, everybody. Look at me.
Do you see me?
I can see you. You're down there. Well, not. I mean it that way.
It decided to freeze. Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. You may have been copyright struck by Corey and his goons.
His goons came and got me.
His goon squad.
Yeah, I mean, if it does and I have to delete it, then you can see it on Rumble. You can see it on Kick. You can see it on Twitch. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff a bunch of places that you can watch it. BitChute. So yeah, you won't if YouTube has a problem with it, then it'll be in 14 other different places.
Can't catch us.
You can't catch us here. Yeah.
Did the stream freeze or did the video freeze?
I don't know which one. One of them froze.
Well, let's see. Go see if we're still alive.
All right, there we go.
Thinking. That was a decision I made on my own, and I think, I kicked myself for saying no sometimes.
You should.
Who knows what would have happened? But the important lesson for me
is write better
was that
songs.
I wanted to feel like I wasn't another person there in his life to use him. I felt like he probably had so many people that were just taking him out to their car to play him a song so that they could get something out of it. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't doing it to get something out of it. I just wanted his opinion.
Yeah, but he offered
and that's all
you.
I needed. And
you didn't ask
for Michael
him,
Jackson
apparently.
to tell me that my song could go #1, that's...
I'm not buying it's going to go #1. It's terrible.
I don't buy this. Like I said, I don't buy this entire story.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be awfully hard to turn down Michael Jackson. At least opening a door for you. If it's not number one, then that's one thing. But just opening a door to Tommy Mottola at the time was one of the best, most successful record producers during that time. Come on.
I mean, if Corey's goal was to write music and have it heard by the most amount of people that could hear it because he's passionate about it, then you take that opportunity for sure.
Yeah.
Because people like Tommy Mottola, they're the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
And he married Mariah Carey, too.
That's true.
It's good for him.
Pretty much all I needed to hear.
Voodoo.
It was around then that I did a movie called Voodoo. Now, while I was working on the film Voodoo, I became friends with Donald Borchard.
When I first started to talk about this album with Corey, it was
Meatballs 4?
A determination that was equivalent to a certainty. And so I thought I'd put up the money and get it finished and printed and make a few thousand copies so that he'd have them when he did his personal performances. He could sell them in person, that kind of stuff.
I mean, I've got a bunch of songs. I could just slap them together and make a record. So he said, okay, well, you do that. Give me some artwork and I'll put it out.
I'm such a fan of people who set a goal and execute it.
Agree with that.
And to me, that was what Love Left was. You know, Corey wanted to do this album, and so I wanted to help him get him out.
So we had 1,000 CDs ready to be made, and I'm like, okay, so I go start, looking through my stuff, and I'm like, I need, 10 songs. I got to put out an album. So I then grabbed whatever 10 songs I could find, and as it turned out, I could only find about 6 that were, in decent enough shape to actually put on an album. I wrote Perfect Woman, Lethal Lolita, and Walk as a trilogy for my ex-wife. Listen to the album. All right. What story does it tell? Well, okay, you start off at the beginning, it's Perfect Woman, right? It's like, oh, I've got this vision of this perfect woman. This is love. This is my idea of love. But then you're getting shot down because there is no such thing as a perfect woman. And it's heartbreak. And then it's like, how bad is it? It's Lethal Lolita bad. We did rent a studio in North Hollywood to record Lethal Lolita. That was an individual session.
Okay, what is his obsession with fucking Lolitas?
That's a little odd.
Because he said it in a fucking documentary that just came out about the girl saying, "Do you look like a Lolita?" And then he has a song called Lethal Lolita. What the fuck is his obsession with Lolitas?
I don't know. I don't even know if he knows what that means.
like his wife is like, I don't know what a Lolita is.
And that came about because of Mark London. Mark London had become friends with this guy named Larry Handelman. And Larry Handelman was like this real smooth talker, fast talker, shuck and jive kind of guy. And he was like, I love your music. Your music is great. We're going to produce you. We're going to make you the biggest rock star in the world. Da, 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 da. I said, I'm game. Let's do it. So I wrote this great song, Lethal Lolita, which I thought was a great rocker. Just chugs along, and it's got really some balls to it. And, you feel it. It feels like a terrible breakup song. It's like one of those songs you just want to scream at your ex-wife as you're grabbing your clothes and running out the door. That's the song. I mean, that's what it is. That's what the emotion is. It's you lying, dirty, I'm not going to swear, but you know what I'm saying. We got blessed with this magic phone call from my good friend Gavin Menzies, the guitar tech to all the AA guys. And since I had just gotten sober, I knew all these AA.
Okay, so Lolita is a couple different things, it says. What does a Lolita mean? German. Okay, origin is German. Other origins Spanish, meaning free man, manly sorrows. Lolita means free man, and is a grammatic girl's name. It's a variant of the name Charlotte or Carol.
All right. Well, what am I thinking it is?
Why does he constantly?
No, Lolita it's from a it means a young girl that an older man likes. Kind of like the movie American Beauty. Have you seen that with Kevin Spacey?
Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah.
Okay, the girl's Lolita. Was she like 16?
Yeah, but it doesn't say anything else. It doesn't say that anything like that.
Yeah. Well, I think when most people hear the term Lolita, that's what they think. They think the book by the Russian writer about a professor falling in love with a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Nabokov, I think. So that's what I think.
It's a 1955 novel written by a Russian and American novelist, Vladimir Nabokov. The protagonist and narrative is a French literature professor who moves to New England and writes under a pseudonym called Herbert. He details his obsession and victimization of a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Doris Hayes, whom he describes as a nymphet. Humbled kidnaps and sexually abuses Dolores after becoming her stepfather. Why, like, people use that as a term to get you? Is that what it is?
No, Lolita is a term to describe a young girl who's being, well, like you just read, like a 13-year-old girl that's being obsessed over by, a man who's of age. For instance, the song "Don't Stand So Close to Me" by the Police.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song's about that. It's about a professor who's obsessing over a
More
young girl.
importantly, why does Corey keep on obsessing about Lolitas?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know that he knows what it
actually means.
The notes. There's a whole genre of anime called lolicon. It's on Lolita, lolicon, and it's about that kind of sick shit. So
okay.
So I don't think he really.
Corey just uses it as a title so that it's like, oh, I got to put this in here so people look at it and think I'm a fucking weirdo.
Well, here's my guess is that if he played like a guitar riff while he was explaining that song, that sounded dangerously close to Dirty Diana, Lovely Lolita.
Yeah.
Kind of the same title-ish. Dirty Diana, Lovely Lolita.
Oh, gotcha. I see that. I see the parallels. I got the groove that you're spinning.
You picking up what I'm putting
guys,
down?
Well, Gavin and I were friends, very good friends with Sam Kinison. Sam knew every rock star there was. Here's the lead guitarist from Whitesnake, and here's, the guys from Guns N' Roses. And Gavin started guitar teching for all these guys. So he was in with everybody. So he calls me up and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I'm in the studio. I'm working on this great track. I need a monster guitarist. Anybody that you could think of would help. And he goes, "Well, I'm with Lita right now. Would you be interested in having her do it?"
Oh, Lita Ford?
And my jaw dropped. And I'm like, "Lita Ford?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, yeah. And literally they showed up 15 minutes later. I turned it on. I played it for Lita. She fell in love with the track. And the first thing she said was, "It'd be really nice if there was like an opening piano bit. If there was like some kind of like really nice mellow part of it, that kind of like eased into it." And I was like, "It's so funny you said that," because I was actually thinking exactly that. Like, "Oh yeah, dig that." Picks up the guitar, just starts crying, wailing on it. All that stuff. Amazing. Well, what happens then? We learn how to grow. We learn how to move on. We learn how to walk away. And then we got into the racism thing with By God. You are just a by God. It's about, why does racism continue in this country? Why do we continue to act like it doesn't exist? Why do we continue to ignore it? And
because people keep bringing it up and then they use it as social currency, Corey.
Right.
Why don't you do a little bit of fucking research?
Well, that and racism has always existed forever.
Somebody is always going to use it to try to divide people, use it to their advantage, shit on people, whatever. That's why it's never going to go away, because it's social currency.
Well, but Corey's going to fix it.
Oh, with
with a song.
When are we going to just call it out for what it is? It's bigotry. And as a Jew, I see fascism when it's coming at me. I didn't have any reason to hate any particular group. or any particular type of person. All I knew was that I didn't understand the hate. I didn't understand when people would be racist. I didn't understand how they could.
If I came up to Corey and said, Corey, nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Your music is fucking trash. He's gonna scream racism because he's fucking Jewish. That's how it's worked. It works because it's social currency. And that's why it will never go away, because people want to use it as fucking a weapon. They want to use it as social currency.
I don't disagree with you. It's every time. Yeah, I agree. But the fact that he thinks he's going to, I don't know, man. He's like, oh, I need to write a song about it, man. I'm like,
I think that's him trying to, I'm on everybody's team so that maybe somebody else will call me.
Well, I mean, there's a reason he doesn't live in Southeast DC, right? Wouldn't he save some money living in a row house in Southeast DC? Is that right? Well, there's a reason he doesn't do that. So
feel that way or see somebody is different because of the color of their skin. It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But I wanted to capture that emotion and encapsulate it with the vibe and the feeling and the ideas behind the song.
After not hearing it for a long, long time, I sensed that our keyboard player, Howie Tiemann, might have had something to do with that progression. You know, at that time, most of the songs that we wrote were kind of in the blues and R&B 1-4-5 sort of pattern, and having Howard in the band really, for our band at least, helped us create some more complex compositions.
Well, what else is going on? What else do I love about this world? Well, I love doing concerts, I love performing, but I'm a bit depressed.
They tear you down.
All right.
Expect you not to cry, no.
I can't. I'm just gonna dance to it.
They steal your crown.
Why?
I don't
well,
hate
because of all the
this.
press and all the things that are going on in the world, the way they build you up, but they tear you down, and you
It's
can't
like
get
the Charlie
respect.
Brown
and
crew.
Okay, well, let's look at some of our leaders, some of our heroes. Look at what happened to John Lennon. Look what happened to River Phoenix. All because of the media. Boom. So we're talking about the media in my life. We're talking about how they've kind of started lashing out at me.
Okay, now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. Me fucking bashing the fuck out of him.
All right, put the hot take thing up. Do you have that,
yeah,
Andy?
yeah. Let me grab my. Let me get my hot take. Okay, Corey Feldman wants to sit there and bash the media, but yet he's got the fucking paparazzi on his phone on speed dial anytime he makes a fucking appearance. So the same media that he wants to trash, he also wants to use. That is a fucking hypocrite.
That's a good point. Can't argue with that.
So he talks out of both sides of his asshole. I fucking hate that. You either say, yeah, I use the paparazzi for promoting some of my stuff, but no, he's gonna sit there and bash it, but then have him on fucking speed dial. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
It'd be cooler if, like at that charity event we were talking about earlier, that he just says, "Oh yeah, I called the paparazzi to come here so I can get coverage."
But he's not going to say that. He's going to say, "Oh, it's the slandering of me and all this other stuff." It's like, dude, you have him on fucking speed dial.
As a Jew, okay,
exactly.
I used to be the golden child, but now I'm a bad guy, all because I did some drugs.
So on the song,
do you know what would make that song better, Derek? Because I can hear
really
a good
special
song in
for
there
me.
somewhere. Another singer. I'm being serious. I'm like, oh, the band sounds kind of hot. They got the girl singers back there. If only there was a lead singer that could pull this off.
For one reason, really, primarily.
Okay, so I was in LA during the whole thing with Britney Spears, where she went to the place and got her hair cut off and shit.
Oh God, yeah.
Because I moved to LA in 2008, so I was there. I worked on Paris Hilton's BFF. I know for a fact Paris Hilton had the fucking paparazzi on speed dial, And anywhere that she went, she called them and had them come there. And they could take all the pictures and have all the, like, as long as they didn't like encroach on her personal life, she would call them if she was going out. That's where fucking Kim Kardashian got the idea for that. Fucking Britney Spears got the idea from that. I don't know if it was specifically from Paris Hilton, but Paris Hilton was one of the number one people that had one of her people call and say, "Hey, Paris is going to be over here."
But I think everybody who pays attention already knows that. So why wouldn't you just own up to it? That would be kind of cool.
Well, but if you look at like television network, and there's a bunch of documentaries that are like anti-paparazzi, and I'm sitting there going, "You lying motherfuckers! You have them on speed fucking dial." I'm sure that Paris Hilton's not the first one that's done it, where it's like, "Oh, so and so is going to be over here." You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I'm sure.
And that was the fact that we walked in the studio. I think we recorded it at a home studio somewhere in Hollywood.
So that's why I call bullshit, because he's got that shit on fucking speed dial. It drives me insane when people just blatantly fucking lie.
And there is this guy, Hunt Sales. And for anyone watching
Hunt Sales is an amazing
who doesn't know who Hunt Sales is, which would probably be people that aren't musicians, if you've heard the album or song by Iggy Pop, Lust for Life, Hunt and Tony Sales were the rhythm section. Tony Sales being the bass player, Hunt being the drummer. So I walk in and they're like, "Yeah, here's Hunt." I'm like, "Hunt Sales?" Yeah. And so that was one of the, honestly, musical highlights of my life. This song is a much funkier sort of approach.
You're gonna sit there and tell me that Corey Feldman had the access of Hunt Sales and some of these other producers just because he was good or because he knew people?
Well, I guess it's networking. Like Hunt Sales and his brother, they are a killer rhythm section. They play with David Bowie. They play with.
I'm just saying, is we've collectively agreed that his songs are not good, but somehow he has the best musicians in the fucking world on a song of his. That's nepotism. That's doors being opened for you.
He's got his family's money, and he'll pay musicians if they're getting paid. Will do anything.
I'm just saying, Julio, you've been doing music for a long time.
Uh-huh.
You got Hunt Sales' fucking phone number, and you call him up. He's gonna be like, "Who?"
No, I hear you. No, you're right.
But somehow he knows fucking Corey Feldman is a great musician. I mean, come on.
Well, it's somebody who knows Hunt Sales, who knows somebody who knows Corey, put the word back that you can get paid to do this gig. It'd be easy money.
I think so.
Yes.
A lot of that works. It's like, I'll go on there real quick and spend 2 hours and get the fuck out.
Absolutely. And speaking of which, do you know, okay, this may be before your time, but do you know, have you ever heard of an entertainer named Soupy Sales?
Yeah, from Michigan.
Okay. Hunt Sales and Tony Sales, that's his kids.
Oh, no shit.
You believe that shit? Remember Soupy Sales? The wacky. Yeah. I'm glad you knew who he was.
Then a drummer like Hunt Sales, I think, was used to playing, and I've not heard him play anything that has this kind of push and pull, funky R&B rock feel.
When you love the one you're with, you've got to tell her. When you know how to give to a child, give it, who just live it.
I remember saying, like, I've got this song, and if I'm gonna put an album together, I really want this song on the album, but we've got to update it because this old, drum machine isn't gonna work. And Alfonso and I haven't spoken in many years, and I just don't think I would feel right about putting, an album out with him on it without us being close or without us talking. Which a lot of people will probably say, well, why are you
weird beard?
And I just don't think I would feel right about putting, an album out with him on it.
The fuck is going on right here?
He looks like Adam Lambert. If you know
look like
a little bit.
Or is that Corey or is that Corey's brother? Because Corey's brother kind of looks similar to him. He doesn't have the fucking hair.
You think it's like Steve Feldman or a different Feldman? No, that's him.
That's fucking weird.
without a...
He looks like the lead singer of fucking Wham, like George Michael's replacement. Get me up before you go.
What, you talking about George Michael, the other guy in Wham? You're saying he looks like
being close or without us talking, which a lot of people will probably say, well, why are you doing it now since we haven't really spoken since? But honestly, I feel like at this point, it's better to have it out there for the fans than not have it out there. And it's nothing you should be embarrassed about anyway. So I hope if he does get to hear it, he's proud of it because he did a brilliant performance. And then we got into the whole topic of this album. Is there any love left in the universe? It's a good question.
Is there any love left in the universe?
His shit's a lot better with a big live band behind him. I will say that.
I think it really stood out on that track. Not because I'm on it, on the left track, but I thought it was pretty dynamic. I just listened back to it after we had spoken, and I was like, wow, that was pretty good.
And then we did Dream a Little Dream 2. I put it into my contract again, like I did with the first movie, that I was only going to do the film if I could put music in it, and they agreed. So they said, what have you got, what have you got? I played them a bunch of stuff, and they loved Perfect Woman, because the movie was about this sexy, kind of evil vixen, I guess you would say, who is there to capture the hearts of all that she manipulated and stole from and gained power by controlling. And that was her character. Her name was Lena. So they wanted this theme for her, and Perfect Woman became that theme. So Dream a Little Dream 2 is probably my greatest musical contribution ever to film, because literally the whole film is composed with my music. We go in to do Feeling Funky, and then we get to the dance sequence, and it was like, I remember the producers coming to me saying, we need a dance sequence. And I'm like, what do you mean you need a dance sequence? And they're like, yeah, we need a dance sequence. And I'm like, it's a movie about two guys chasing around, you know, these people who have stolen their sunglasses, and then there's these cops and robbers, and there's like this whole, you know, it's a shoot 'em up kind of caper movie, you know, a car chase caper movie. How the hell are you going to fit a dance sequence in there? Somehow we kind of crammed it in there, where all of a sudden we get the boxes, and Corey Haim's greatest fantasy as Dinger is to see me dance with, you know, these stupid sunglasses on in the middle of our kitchen. But I guess you could say, you know, Corey breaks into a dance in the middle of the bleachers in the high school. It's probably just as bizarre, right?
Yeah,
so
you could say that.
There you go. And next thing you know, we bring in Dean Pleasance on guitar, and he's wacka, 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 wacka.
He was very creative. He knew exactly what he wanted to hear. He knew what sounds he wanted. He knew the kind of guitar. Like, I was kind of playing, and he would, you know, have something in his head. And I remember he would hum stuff to me. And once I got it to where he liked it, he was like, okay, that's it. Like, that's the part, you know.
On that funky guitar.
I guess that's me. I'm the funk guy, you know.
And that was it. 9 hours. I did all the vocals. I did like rhythmic vocals. I did a cappella percussion, all the backgrounds, all the layers, all the harmonies, everything. And there you had it. You had the perfect album. I said, that's it. That's the album. We're good. And then when I listened to the album.
And I have not heard not one of these songs anywhere. The radio, nowhere. And I don't even think I saw fucking Dream a Little Dream 2.
I didn't see one.
I've seen one years ago, but
what upset me the most is when he's like, well, they tried to get me to do a dance number, and I'm like, why? I'm like, please, you know, you wanted to get out there and do your little dance move.
Oh, absolutely. He's playing coy, like I don't know. I just happen to have this move.
That's right. I mean, you want me to do this? Because I couldn't do that. That wouldn't be right for movie.
This like a fucking Egyptian? I mean, what
he's like? He's like, twist my arm. Yo, okay.
You can't get none of this.
What I'm amazed is all the Sales Brothers. I know you kind of be a deep music nerd to know who they are, but they're really respected in music fucking Lita Ford, the guy from Suicidal Tendencies. You're right, Derek. Like who? Well, I mean, I know why, because they get paid, but it's just amazing the quality of musicians he gets to surround him. And then he fucks it up by singing.
Yes. And then where are any of those musicians now that he's like out in the streets trying to fucking do his music? Nowhere, because it was literally a gig.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, all right, a thing. Here you go. Bye-bye. Fuck off.
One of the guys who used to play with me, come over to the house and play, he went to school with the girl who played Dirty Diana, the blonde guitar player.
Okay.
Like, he knew her and was buddies with her, and they kept in touch. And he was telling me stories about her being on Michael Jackson's tour and how much, I'm like, doesn't she get sick of playing the same shit every night? And he's like, you don't understand how much money those people make. She's like, he said it was insane how much money those people make. So
it was great, but then I remembered it doesn't tell a story. So what is the story of Love Left? What is the arc of the story? This story has got to be, because I think everything should tell a story. Every song should tell a story, and every album should be a piece of music. I don't think it should be a grouping of distorted thoughts.
I agree.
I think it should be a cohesive grouping of distorted thoughts. And I had already done Vision for You. Because I had met with a guy from Motown who had heard my stuff and loved it and said that
the old fogies, though. You said that they were old fogies, so you don't want to mess with the people from Motown. Sorry.
I don't know. Last I checked, he was trying to be psychedelic like Pink Floyd. He's all over the place, this guy.
Shit.
He wanted to make me the next, the white Michael Jackson. And I said, okay, well, that sounds great. As long as I'm not using Michael to do it, I have no problem with that. And they said, look, we'll do it as a demo. If we decide to sign you, then it'll be one of our first songs in your catalog. If we don't decide to sign you, then you can have the song as a gift. Fine. So we made Vision for You. They decided not to go forward. Mark Herron came in and played on that song as well. But we ended up not making a deal. I kept the song, so that gave me the ability to put it on the record. It's so simple if we want to change it. And I'm the one who's got the vision. I can see it. It's right here. I've got a vision for you. The message was all there. The story was all there. That's why we're here. We're here because of the love left from you, the love left in me, and the love left in the world around us that we can pull from. We can pull from that energy to engage and expand the love for others. Just to walk you through how the process happened that we made this whole thing. All right, let's talk about this box. Let's talk about how
it's like the energy is just kind of flowing around my body, and it's uncontrollable, and I can't. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about?
How we ended up.
He's gonna wear platforms because he's too fucking short. He's like 5'5", isn't he?
How dare you?
He's like fucking tiny.
No, he's a small guy.
Started with a conversation with Don Dokken.
I ended up finding
Don Dokken,
8 reels of tape in my garage that were like 35 years old, and I ended up making a record called The Lost Tape, 78 to 1980. And I told him, how I was going to take these tapes and I was going to go and take all these old demos that never saw the light of day and never came out as a Dokken album. And
I was like, I'll take that shit and we'll do something with it because I got nothing.
Yeah, let me go back in the dumpster and grab that cassette. I got an idea for a song.
Yeah, no shit.
And have this.
I said, oh man, I'd like to do that. He said, I'd like to take all my songs that I've done over my life and put them all together and compile them all together. And so I just thought I'd help him out as a brother and say, look, give me the tapes. Let me try to save them, bake them.
The fact that we got these superb, clean tracks was amazing. So we were really excited to get almost every song from the album. We found a few surprises that we didn't know we even had. We didn't even know they still existed, such as the original recording of It's So Simple, the demo, and the original Rock Us Danny and Rock Us Danny Part 2.
Rock us Danny, rock us so hard, now come on, rock us Danny.
not playing guitar.
All three of those songs, which we thought were lost by the wayside, gone forever, here they are. And not only do we have them, but we have them transferred meticulously so that we are able to put them into Pro Tools, divide out every single track, and then do a full mix and remaster on them. Not that they were ever mastered in the first place, because those songs just fell into the abyss. But now we have the ability, with my knowledge of music and technology today that I didn't have back then, and I was able to actually update them, modernize them.
And I'm longing to linger to dawn, dear.
And Mickey and I got together for the 30th anniversary of Dream a Little Dream, and as a tribute to, Corey, Mark Rocco, the amazing friends and artists that we lost, Jason Robards, Harry Dean.
We reconnected, and Corey said, let's do this 30-year anniversary thing of Dream a Little Dream. And I said, hey, I'm in, man.
And then Mickey and I reworked and reimagined the hit song Dream a Little Dream.
Corey has no shortage of ideas. As a producer, he's just throwing everything at me. And I'm going, okay, great, let's try that. Let's try this. And then we'd feed off of each other. I came up with some ideas for some background vocals that he liked. And he said, yeah, let's do that.
And we actually are very thrilled with what we came up with. So great history with that song, and we included that also on the new album.
Corey hears the record in his head. He's got, if you could just hook up a cassette player or a Pro Tools rig, since this is the new millennium, but if you could hook up a Pro Tools
Hey, Derek,
rig
you know what? I can tell this guy's a serious musician.
You would get a record.
All those people in the world who don't know
He's holding a guitar when he talks. It's like a comfort animal.
Extension of his arm.
Yeah.
So it's like ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum.
Okay. Dream a Little Dream, the first one. Corey Haim and Corey Feldman. Box office 5,000 or 5,171,000. That's fucking it. It made $5 million, and it probably didn't. It probably cost them every bit of that to fucking make it.
This documentary is making it sound like it's Gone with the Wind.
They're making it sound like it's the greatest movie of all time. You had Corey Feldman in it. You had Corey Haim in it. Victoria Jackson, who was part of SNL back then.
I love her.
Jason Robards.
Yeah.
So it's like I guarantee you that some of these guys are making at least $1 million or 500,000 to be in a fucking movie.
Jason Robards for sure.
Corey Haim was a big star back then, so I mean he might have been doing it as a favor. I don't know, but $5 million for that fucking movie, and he's making it sound like it's the greatest movie of all time, and we got to do 14 soundtracks for it. It's like, what? Like it's a one fucking watch movie, and then I'm done.
That nobody watched to begin with. Like, who was asking for a remix of this?
Nobody.
I do think he is. Here's one thing I will say about him. I really do think he's passionate about music. I believe that. I think he really cares. But he's, like you said, Nepo baby. He could just afford to have all these. The guy from Jefferson Starship, Don Dokken, the Sales Brothers. He could just buy people to play with him.
Basically. That's exactly what he's fucking doing.
I mean, honestly, I'm a better songwriter than he is, and
his Rolodex is probably his father's Rolodex, because these guys are all what, his father's age or maybe a little younger.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mickey Tom. Yeah, you're probably right. Because no. Corey's like our age, your age, maybe, right?
I think he's almost 60.
So he's older than me. All right. Well, God bless him. He looks good. He's in good shape.
54.
Oh, so he's younger than me. All right. A little bit.
I'm 48. I'll be 49 in about 4 weeks.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, it's just funny how the musicians that he's playing with are all his father's age. Don't tell me he didn't fucking open that Rolodex, please.
You're probably
I was
right.
born at night, but it wasn't fucking last night. But he was abused, though, right? He was abused, but it's okay for him to open up his father's Rolodex.
He's had a terrible life.
Terrible life.
Can you imagine?
I mean, if you're abused by somebody, wouldn't you want to get as far away from him and anybody that's associated with him? If it's that traumatizing.
Probably. Yes.
Again, it's a fucking liar.
Fun, do you think they have gonna stop? Play this game,
More than Guns N' Roses. You see her friend?
Yeah.
Where your blueprint activating the truthness. On the comeback, overcoming the comeback.
Rapper and musicians should never be next to each other.
Guess who's back? The lost boy been redefined.
I love working with Corey. It's truly an experience.
Yeah, it pays well.
Every emotion. Laugh. We do a lot of laughing. A lot of trying to change the world one song at a time.
They look fucking ridiculous with the fucking masks on.
All right, very exciting. First time I've heard this in 20 years. Here we go.
This was 6 months ago. Just kidding. There's still fucking people, and usually it's old white women that are rocking a fucking mask in their car by themselves.
It's because they want to get attention.
I literally saw one like in Florida. I was just like, there's nobody around you. You're in your fucking car and you're still wearing a mask?
Yep. I give Asians a pass because that's what they do generally in Japan. Everybody always wears a mask, so they're good. But, yeah, I agree with you.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hot take. Here's a hot take. Here it is. You're worried about fucking germs, but yet you're fucking smoking either cigarettes or weed through the fucking mask. So how is the mask helping? Because you're actually doing more damage by putting shit through your fucking lungs than you are breathing. This whole thing about a mask is supposed to do something, but yet you're still pounding fucking weed, or you're smoking 10 packs a fucking day. I mean, let's get real. People are so fucking dumb. Like it's like, well, the mask's gonna help, but yet it's okay for me to have a big ass fucking doobie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the masks didn't help, and anybody with a brain knew they didn't.
Not one bit.
Which is, I lived in a very rural community at the time. Nobody wore a fucking mask.
No,
you get looked at weird if you wore one.
It's all just fucking LARPing. Where it's like, I'm wearing a mask for my safety, but yet I'm getting fucking blasted in the corner and using fucking heroin and all kinds of other shit.
Right.
Like, come on.
Drinking, vaping. Wait a minute. Yeah, I got
No, I'm just saying is, like, how is the fucking mask going to prevent you from getting sick, but yet you're terrorizing your fucking lungs and your body by using alcohol or whatever it is that you're doing?
Well, you were apparently the story was you were protecting other people from catching your COVID by wearing the mask.
That's a fucking lie.
Oh, of course it was a lie. It was ridiculous. Which, if I would have lived down where I live now, which is a very 10 minutes from Washington, it would have been mask central down here. So I'm so thankful that I lived in a neighborhood at the time where literally there's a person who's like 3 or 4 blocks away that rode, I swear to God on my children, rode a horse to Walmart. I was driving to the Sheetz, which is across the street from the Walmart, or it was the Wawa, across the street from the Walmart, and I'm just like, I'm making my little right turn, and here comes some lady on a fucking horse. Across the street, right to Walmart. It was so cool.
Was the horse wearing a mask? Did it help?
No, I didn't notice. I didn't check. That would have been funny if the little horse had a mask on.
You know shit.
Kind of rock with
this, like, what do you call this?
Bad singing. The band's killing it.
So you make Corey's vision come to life. I make Corey's vision come to life. Thank you.
Every bad note, I make it sound better.
You're welcome.
Yeah, his band is... Yeah, go ahead, dude.
Art is subjective, right? So the whole point of art is you create something and then you evoke an emotion. And if that emotion is love, then we've struck gold.
With a song, though, that's shitty, I'm going to love to throw the fucking tape in the street.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can write a movie that will evoke emotion. A song, a shitty song is supposed to evoke emotion?
He's too, and I vibe with this. He writes about something. His lyrics mean something, but nope. This is something my bandmate tells me all the time because I put a lot of time into writing words.
Okay.
And they mean a lot to me. And there's a story and there's something behind it. And he's like, nobody cares about lyrics. And he's right. He's right.
Yeah.
He's like, where's the hook, and the melody, and the chords? I'm like, okay, gotcha. But I listen to my bandmates. I don't direct them. I would imagine Corey's in there going, we're going to do this. And
yeah,
he's
I'm
like
paying
a
you
Napoleon.
motherfuckers.
Right, well, but if I was paying my bandmate, then he would listen to me too. But
and wait a minute. So all the talk that he wasn't paying the Angels, but yet he paid all these musicians.
Those musicians would not have stepped foot in that studio if they weren't getting paid.
Oh, fuck no, they wouldn't have.
Those Angels walked in there thinking they were going to become something.
Exactly. That's why I think that I have to give it to Corey. I think those Angels were fucking lying.
I agree.
Hate, then, maybe we've struck like fool's gold, but we've still struck something that's an emotion. So it means we're winning anyway in the battle of creating art. It does show people that I'm not willing to be stylized and I'm not willing to conform to anything.
God, if I had his
That's
money.
been my
If
motto.
I had his money.
I'm not going to play anybody's puppet, and I've never wanted to do that. So I've been very, very fortunate, and God has blessed me with you guys, the fans, to allow me the opportunity and the ability to play this game by my rules, which is to basically get as much art to you as possible as often as I can. And now God has given me the great fortune of building this great studio in my home. And, the great friendship with Greg
I take
that we have to be able to create
Derek.
such great music.
Why is that?
I don't like the whole God blah blah blah. I don't buy it. I don't think it's I don't think it's authentic. There's nothing I hate more than a fucking LARPing Christian. Or
He's not a Christian. He's an Orthodox Jew.
Or whatever, Jew. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop it already.
Was God helping you the years that you were doing fucking heroin or cocaine? Was God helping him during that time?
You jumped me on that one, but it was in my head too. I'm like, well, you weren't really being very godlike back then, were you?
He sure wasn't.
You got to walk the walk if you're going to talk the talk.
So I feel very blessed to be able to do exactly what we're doing and record music and make music directly for you and not have anybody tell us how to do it, what we're doing, what sound we have to follow, what style we have to follow. When you buy a CF record,
somewhere his heart's
you
in the
know
right
that you're going to get a box of goods. You're going to get
box of boom shit.
Yep.
I'm just saying is some of this music he got the best musician and he's got somebody that's in the studio that's making it sound right and it's still not good.
Where did the money come from? He's in the studio that costs money to make. He's employing, it's not like he's like Rush or the Beatles with 3 or 4 people in the band. That live performance he was doing, there was like 10 people on the stage.
Yeah.
That all had to get paid. It was like Earth, Wind, and fucking Fire on stage.
Oh,
like
how much money did his studio cost? It had to have cost him, what, $500,000? With all of the fucking guitars, all of the fucking studio equipment he's got.
A few $100,000 for sure. Then you got to pay the people to come in and actually play the music.
Yeah, because
more money.
That engineer is not working for free.
It's a vanity project.
A surprise in every song. You're never going to have to worry about hearing the same song twice. Never. You're never going to get like, oh, wow, the next one's going to sound just like the one before.
I've never listened to any of your songs twice.
Never going to happen.
You're right about that.
You could never predict by reading the song title what type of the song it's going to be. We
nailed it.
Like, what the fuck is going on right there?
Fat Corey, I love it.
Even got reggae on this new album. And that's kind of the whole idea, is that this is a very international, global, kind of a worldly feel to it. You know, we've got all kinds of culture dripped into this thing, from the instrumentation to the players to the artists that are involved. You know, we keep it multicultural for a reason, because that's what Love Left is all about. That's how love returns.
It's so simple. Why don't we just take some time?
When Love Left came out, we couldn't give it away. I mean, that's the irony of all this, is that
it's not good. It's not good.
When we first put this album out, I had 1,000 copies sitting in my garage for decades. I mean, literally decades.
You could probably fucking hand them out at a swap meet, and people would be like, okay, I'll look at it. And then fucking in the garbage it goes.
It's amazing how times change. Love Left was the album that would have been forgotten had it not been for the fabulous miracle of YouTube and digital music streaming services. And I remember I was blown away at how much it was selling. Like, everybody was listening to it. And I was like, how is this happening? I mean, I had this stuff for years and nobody cared. So it's just great to see. It's great to see that after, you know, only 30 years, people are appreciating the music. I guess you could say it was ahead of its time.
And that's the story of Love Left. Corey's music is all about spreading the message of peace, love, and positive energy. Changing the world, one song at a time.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's so simple.
Did you listen to it? Did you hear what he said?
I'm sorry, I missed the last 30
That Love Left was that album that nobody gave a shit about it. Nobody bought it.
No.
And that it came back from the ashes because of streaming services and YouTube.
Well,
because it's not good. It's just not. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I could probably go to a local bar and have a band with a decent lead singer.
Oh yeah,
probably sound better than Corey Feldman's shit.
There's no doubt.
Without a doubt.
You could sing. I've heard you sing the whatever the
Corey,
on the bumpers. Yeah, you have the voice.
I can do some backup singing. That's probably about it.
Well, listen, he's got the money to do this, and he's clearly, in some ways, passionate about it. So he's using his money to make something he's passionate about happen, I guess. Right? Like,
I appreciate that. I appreciate the hustle.
Yeah.
It's just when you're telling people that they're wrong and it's good and it's not good. That's the problem that I have, where it's sort of like, well, I'm putting it out there and I'm spending my own money. Oh, no, I get that. I spent my own money to make my movie. I completely 100% agree with that.
Sure.
But when he's bringing on world famous fucking musicians and it's still shit, that's a fucking problem.
When you, like we've talked about before, Derek, when you make art, whether it be movies or music, and when it's done, it's out of your hands at that point.
Yeah.
And it's just out there for people to judge or review, or it's nothing you can do about it after that. You can't, like, he's chasing, like you said, a movie like a sequel that nobody watched 14 years ago, and he's still trying to, hey, you guys are wrong. This is good, which is not the way it goes.
No.
You get everybody who makes music, everybody who makes movies or makes a painting thinks it's good.
Yeah.
And sometimes other people don't. That doesn't mean I don't think there's such a thing as good or, well, never mind. I'm going too far with that. But who judges whether something's good or bad? I guess is the question in the end. The artist or the listener or the viewer?
I mean, the audience. But out of all his songs, I've never heard one of them on the radio.
No, because they stink.
Because they're terrible. There's no hook to them. There's no catchiness to them. I can't drive in my fucking car jamming the radio and, I'm jamming to some Corey Feldman because it's just not fucking good.
The only reason I know some of the songs is because I've been following this debacle for decades. So,
yeah.
So some of it's kind of stuck.
I mean, because I loved his movies when I was a little kid. I loved Corey Feldman's movies. So it's like, I was a fan. But it's just the more that he digs into this music stuff, it's like, bro, it's just not good.
Dude, I'm
glad that he's passionate about it.
Yeah.
But when you're telling me that you got to be making love to my songs, and it's like, I can't get into the groove because the shit sucks.
Mm-hmm. I can't lie though. I would kill to bring like a bottle of whiskey and an acoustic guitar and hang out with Corey and just write lyrics and play guitar. I think that'd be a trip. Oh yeah. It'd be fun. I guarantee you we'd have a good time.
He's probably a good hang behind scenes. He's probably not as fake as he comes off as.
Maybe. I just want the Corey experience. I'd rather hang out with him and write music than Paul McCartney because I think it'd be more interesting.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good hang behind scenes. I don't think he'd be all fake and fucking retarded as he is in front of the camera.
Yeah, maybe he'd get some blonde girls with him too. That'd be all right. You still got any angels you talk to, Corey? Just curious. Speed dial.
You bring them over.
Dial up some of them angels. You can send the jank angels, whatever, the low tier angels. I don't care.
The ones that didn't make the cut, I'll take them.
Right.
But make my cut.
Yeah, my cut's lower than yours because I don't have the money. Well, that was quite the journey, Derek.
That was quite the journey. Yeah, that is the Corey Feldman approved documentary, not the one that just came out. That he's fighting like hell to fucking to stop.
Is he on Spotify? I wonder, because if he is, I might.
Oh yeah, him and his girlfriend are on Spotify.
I may have to go and listen to Love Left just to actually kind of get in, like with no distractions, and listen to it.
You get into the grooves.
Kinda. I feel like I owe him a fair shake. Because I'm an unsuccessful musician just like him. So there's a bit of a kindredship there. Different. I don't have millions of dollars, but
let me share this. Oh boy. All right.
Catchy. Got some energy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our show. That's it.
How about that?
Yeah, there was a lot of Corey today.
Corey Palooza. Are we all Corey'd out?
Palooza. And that, the documentary was fine.
Yeah.
But there was just a lot of him. Like, look at me, I'm with this musician, and look at me, I'm with this musician. But then the final product is just like mid.
It was an EPK, like an electronic press kit for that Love Left box set, basically. And it's amazing that he could get all those musicians in there on camera, admitting they had something to do with this.
So if somebody calls you and they want you to play on their song for whatever,
mm-hmm.
would you just play what they wanted you to play, or would you have some sort of say so? Because it sounds like some of the songs they played on it did what he asked, but for the most part, they just kind of did what he asked because it's like they didn't have any say so. The fact that it was a shit song.
Yeah, I would hope that the person that invited me to play would at least listen to some ideas. But if they're paying me, like John Olmos or like a studio musician, you get paid to play what they tell you to play. So if I'm entering in the partnership with that in mind, like it's contract, and I'm there to play what they want me to play, then I'll play what they want me to play.
And you wouldn't care about the final product because you're there because pretty much they're like, well, I've got money in here.
Not really, because I didn't write it. So, but I wouldn't go on their documentary and say how great it was. That's for sure. But it's like, think about it. Like if you play the oboe and you're in the Baltimore Symphony Orchestra, you have to play pieces that you may not like personally.
Yeah.
Because that's your job. So it's there's songwriters and there's musicians. They're very different. Some people come in with ideas and direct stuff, and some people just come with the skill they've learned about guitar and try to do the best they can. But yeah, there's no way in hell I would have been on that documentary if I'm Don Dokken. No way. Unless they paid me a lot.
Like it's the greatest it's the greatest song ever. And when's lunch?
Yeah. Thought you said there's gonna be angels here.
You know, shit. I thought I was getting a blowjob. Never mind.
Is that on camera? You didn't catch that, did you?
Shit. I can't do this shit for $50. There's got to be something else in it. So yeah, that's our show. It's pretty fun.
I had a good time.
Something a little different. News-wise, it wasn't much because of the holidays. So it's like, you know what? We're going to do something Corey. And I'd found that somebody had posted that documentary like 4 days ago. And I'm like, oh yeah, we'll EFAP that.
That was a good catch. When you sent me that text earlier, I'm like, great. But I thought you were talking about the new one, and I'm like,
I was like,
that
probably thinks the new one somebody put on there. No, because the filmmakers would probably stop that. But this one is out in the streets.
Well, hopefully Yoko won't ding you for the Ringo Starr video. And
yeah, hopefully she doesn't. Is she still alive? Is she really?
Yeah.
She's got to be 1,000,000 years old, huh?
92.
Damn.
She'll outlive us all.
My guess is the Beatles stuff got dinged. Because which is weird how protective the fucking Beatles are.
No, they're very good at protecting their brand. I will give them that. I would say there are other bands that are like Prince, very much like that. If you play anything of his on YouTube, you get struck immediately.
Which is weird because like the Beatles are like you can't go anywhere without hearing a Beatles song. It's not going to happen. You go to Walmart, you hear a Beatles song. You go to a restaurant, you hear a Beatles song. You go over here, you Beatles song. You turn on the radio, Beatles song.
Come to Julio's
it's
house.
So out there. So it's like for them to be like completely like insane when it comes to the copyright, it's weird. My opinion.
I don't get
I understand
either,
if I'm
really.
completely ripping off their songs, but if I have it in the background, it's kind of fucking retarded.
Yeah, there's ways around everything. If you want to hear any Beatles song, you can somewhere. They just, I got you though, Derek. At this point, like, haven't you guys made enough money on this stuff? Like, you the most popular band ever. So,
couple months ago when we did that video about your mom throwing the thing. Literally crowd noise they dinged me for.
Really?
And I said, what the fuck? I said, it's crowd noise. You don't even hear the Beatles singing. And they fucking dinged me for it because it was a Beatles video. It was the most fucking retarded thing. Crowd
a little
noise.
Greedy. You don't appreciate it.
That's a little fucking greedy when it's like they're not singing. It's fucking people just yipping yapping. How about did your mom get a cut of that fucking money there? Because she's part of the crowd.
They should have at least reimbursed her for the Flash Cube.
Fuck yeah. I'm just saying is that they play this game, but it's like your mom was in the crowd and fucking the reason that way we were watching that video is because she threw something at Ringo.
Yeah. Well, actually, she threw it at George.
Oh, she threw it at George.
And missed miserably and almost hit Ringo.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty funny. So, all right, everybody. Everybody have a good I was gonna say 4th of July. Have a good New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'll probably pop on either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day because I ain't got nothing planned.
Shoot me
probably a hangout stream or something because there probably won't be much as far as news and stuff because it's New Year's. So it might just be kind of a hangout stream. So,
shoot me a text if I'm. Yeah, shoot me a text.
I will definitely shoot you a text. So, all right, bye everybody.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it.